Chapter 26. Now, after completing the transformation of life and breaking through the limit, Lin Meng's strength is a level higher than that of the generals of One Piece world. Therefore, in Lin Meng's eyes, Marine Admiral or One Piece Emperor is really just a kid who can be kicked by him one by one. Marine Admiral, one palm at a time. Lin Meng, you are amazing. Kuina looked at Lin Meng with admiration. He believed in Lin Meng's words. Haha, Kuina, over the past 2.5 years, your strength has improved a lot. When I straighten out my thinking and create a skill, then you will be able to break through to my current strength. Lin Meng said with a smile. After 2.5 years, Kuina has a full body of strength. Under his training, he has mastered Conqueror's Haki proficiently, and his swordsmanship has also reached the strength of a great swordsman. According to the classification of Lin Meng Haki martial arts, Kuina has now reached the level of destroying the island, and belongs to the general level powerhouse of the pirate world. Can I do it too? Kuina looked at Lin Meng in surprise. Of course. Lin Meng nodded in affirmation. When he sorts out the process of life transformation and breaking through the limit, and integrates the feelings of practice during this period, he can create a technique that allows others to break through the limit and complete the life transformation. Looking back on the 2.5 years of practice, as well as the transformation of life and the feeling of breaking through the limit, Lin Meng also came to a realization. His limit breakthrough this time took 2.5 years, it is entirely because, for this breakthrough, he forcibly broke through the world limit of the entire pirate world. This time Lin Meng's strength limit breakthrough is not only a breakthrough in personal strength, he also stands against the upper limit of the world, and has lifted the upper limit of the strength of the entire pirate world. It can be said that Lin Meng is now the pioneer of the pirate world. That's why, when Lin Meng completed his life transformation and his strength broke through the limit, in the entire pirate world, those whose strength is at the level of general emperors all seem to feel the reason. Because now, with Lin Meng's breakthrough, the power limit of One Piece world has been widened. These strengths have already reached the general emperor level, and the powerhouses who are at the top of the pirate world have the possibility of further improvement in strength. Of course, at present, these generals of the pirate world are still not clear about this. At the same time, without a corresponding breakthrough method in practice, it would be difficult for them to overcome the shackles of their current strength. But after the breakthrough, looking back on his own breakthrough experience, Lin Meng, who had come to his senses, already understood this. It seems that every time I make a breakthrough, I will carry the entire pirate world on my back. Lin Meng couldn't help but sigh inwardly. This is the problem that the pioneers of the world will inevitably face. Of course, even so, these questions did not deter Lin Meng. According to the 9-turn longevity method he created, he is only at the 2nd rank, so how could he stop so easily? 1 turn is the limit of human life in pirate world. 2nd turn, my strength has broken through the limit of human life in the world. Compared to the 1st turn, after the breakthrough, in the 2nd turn state, my life level is evolving from planetary world life to starry sky life. Based on the strengths of fighting 10, breaking 1,000, fighting 10,000, destroying a city, and destroying an island within 1 turn, after the 2nd turn, my current strength should be regarded as Liu Chen level. When I burst out with all my strength, I can sink the land. Now I am a walking humanoid disaster. Lin Meng felt it carefully, and the Yuan pill in the Danshan rotated, automatically absorbing and exhaling the source qi. At the same time, he had a detailed understanding of his own strength, and roughly divided his current strength into a level of strength. Call. Lin Meng exhaled softly. Then start thinking about the next path. 3rd turn, it should be completely evolved into a life in the starry sky. Lin Meng calculated in his mind the situation of the 3rd rank of the 9th rank longevity method, and then looked up at the sky and the sea. Obviously, if I want to break through the 3rd rank, I still have to carry the entire pirate world on my back. Because there is no way forward in the power system of the pirate world, Lin Meng needs to open up a way to reach the sky by himself. Of course, as a trailblazer who pushed pirate world forward, Lin Meng also received corresponding feedback from pirate world. You have opened up the road and promoted the advancement of the pirate world. Your understanding of the laws of the pirate world has become more profound, and you have comprehended the power of the pirate world, 10%. After breaking through the limit, Lin Meng got this sentimental message in his mind. At the same time, he also realized that with the continuous breakthrough in strength and the improvement of pirate world, the entire pirate world will gradually be controlled by him. At that time, Lin Meng will be the lord of One Piece world. Not only that. With the advancement of One Piece world, Lin Meng also received a portion of the world's original energy that One Piece world gave back. This world's original energy was swallowed and stored by the Lin Meng Deo Aquarius, and the empty Deo Aquarius was half filled in an instant. With Lin Meng's breakthrough, Deo Aquarius also transformed once. Compared with before, the capacity of the Dobeo vase has now been increased by 100 times, and at the same time, the original energy has been refined and purified, and the quality is higher. Even so, a portion of the world's original energy still fills half of the Deo vase. It would be great if I could get another copy of the world's original energy. Feeling more than half of the original energy stored in the treasure bottle of the Great Way, Lin Meng couldn't help thinking. But he also knows that unless he breaks through the 3rd turn and expands the world limit again, otherwise he should not be able to obtain the world's original energy. But if you want to break through the 3rd turn, the most basic condition is to fill up the treasure bottle of the Great Way. It's time to start preparing for the world's military deployment. With my current strength, it is enough to suppress all dissatisfaction. As for how to fill up the remaining space in the aquarium of the Great Way, and accumulate the cultivation resources to break through the 3-turn realm, Lin Meng actually had an idea in his heart. Different from before. According to Lin Meng's calculations, with his current strength, the efficiency of the feedback benefits obtained by the world's armies is already higher than that of continuing to hunt and devour sea kings here. Lin Meng has a rough plan in mind for the acquisition of cultivation resources for the next 3 and 4 revolutions. Turn 3, the world is equipped with martial arts, whether it is ordinary people or those who are powerful at the emperor level, they must practice the practice method created by him. Lin Meng will beat anyone who does not practice. If that force dares to resist, he will suppress that force. In this way, the feedback benefits obtained by preaching to the entire pirate world are enough to support him breaking through the 3rd rank realm of the 9th rank longevity method. At that time, everyone in the One Piece world will practice the cultivation method created by Lin Meng, and Lin Meng is the Taoist ancestor of the One Piece world. Meanwhile, Lin Meng estimates. At that time, as everyone in One Piece world practiced his practice method, even ordinary people had strong strength. With a sharp blade in hand, kill yourself. World government has continued to rule tyranny for 800 years. With the anger and dissatisfaction accumulated by the powerful people, the foundation of the rule will be crumbling. With Gore D. Roger, the era of great pirates has become more and more fierce, and the pirate forces are becoming more and more powerful. Under the reinforcement of Lin Meng, after 2.5 years, the strength of the revolutionary army has greatly increased, and the revolutionary army with the goal of overthrowing the world government. At that time, One Piece world will be like a volcano about to erupt. Only one fuse is needed to completely ignite the whole world. A huge war affecting the whole world is bound to come in Lin Meng's plan. Because he has already selected the son of the catastrophe who can detonate the fuse of this huge war. That is the original protagonist of One Piece world, Monkey D. Luffy. Chapter 27. Lin Meng chose Monkey D. Luffy, except for past life memories. What matters more is the identity of Luffy. He is the hero of the Marine, the grandson of the legendary Vice Admiral, Monkey D. Garp. Is the leader of the Revolutionary Army, the son of Monkey D. Dragon. In Pirates, the red hair of one of the 4 emperors is his guide. The straw hat he wore was worn by the previous One Piece. Not only that, but he also ate the devil fruit, Zoan human fruit phantom beast NICA form, which made the world government fearful. It's the new age joy boy. It can be said that Luffy is full of buffs. In Lin Meng's view, if he wants to promote the outbreak of this huge war that affects the whole world, Luffy is simply a natural tool man. In this huge war that affects the entire world, countless people and powerful people will inevitably die. And the practice results fed back by these dead strong men are enough to support Lin Meng's breakthrough to the 4th rank realm of the 9-turn longevity method. This is Lin Meng's preliminary plan for the collection of cultivation resources when breaking through the 3rd and 4th stages of the 9-stage longevity method through calculation. As for the 9-turn longevity method, 5-turn and breakthroughs to higher realms, Lin Meng has no idea for the time being. Because he discovered the 9-turn longevity method created according to his idea, only one pirate world can support him to practice to the point of 9 revolutions. I remember that pirate world seems to have time fruits, so the corresponding space-type devil fruit should also exist. After breaking through the realm of the 4th turn, you may be able to comprehend and create a way to find other worlds through the 2 types of devil fruits, time and space. Lin Meng thought in his heart. He has a rough plan for his future practice direction. Practice is not afraid of difficulties, but afraid of not being able to see the direction of progress. Lin Meng, next, where shall we go? Now Lin Meng has broken through, so Kuina asked. Lin Meng recovered from his thoughts, pondered for a moment, and said, go to the Windmill Village in Goa Kingdom first, I'm going to meet someone, and then go directly to the Grand Line. At this time period, Luffy is stalked by Garp and is in a state of wild growth. So Lin Meng planned to go to Fengch village to find Luffy, his appointed tool man, and pass Haki martial arts to him first to strengthen Luffy's strength. Otherwise, in the next step, Lin Meng will spread his martial arts and preach to the world. If Luffy still goes to sea with the same strength as before, maybe he can't even get out of East Blue and die. At that time, the tool man who promoted the outbreak of the huge war will be gone. It's not easy to find another tool man like Luffy who is full of buffs. And Lin Meng is also very interested in the Nika fruit that Luffy ate, which is known as a god, and wants to study it. After meeting Luffy, Lin Meng will go directly to the Grand Line, and begin to spread his martial arts and preach the world of One Piece. Of course, Lin Meng's way of preaching is definitely not like the way of sales promotion, where he personally spreads one by one. At present, Lin Meng wants to create a big event comparable to Summit War, in which he will spread the Haki martial art he created to the whole world. Kuina, tell me, if I suppress Naval Headquarters directly, and then use the projection phone bug in Naval Headquarters to start the live broadcast, will it attract the attention of the whole world? Lin Meng thought for a while, looked at Kuina and asked. Of course it will, that's Naval Headquarters. Kuina affirmed. Okay, let's take this as a preaching plan for the time being. Hearing Kuina's affirmative answer, Lin Meng nodded, thinking in his heart. Let's go to Windmill Village first. After planning the sequence of the next things, Lin Meng said. Kuina nods. So Lin Meng and Kuina, driving the sailboat, headed towards the kingdom of Goa according to the nautical chart. The Endless Sea. A sailboat is sailing on the sea. And in the west of the sailing ship, a pirate ship with a pirate flag emerges from the sea level in the distance. Captain, there is a sailboat ahead. Haha, little ones, let the labor and capital lean on you. The lookout on the pirate ship shouted excitedly to the captain of the pirate ship below after spotting the sailing ship in the distance. The captain of the pirate ship was overjoyed and shouted at the pirates on board. And at this moment, on the sailboat, Lin Meng was wearing casual clothes, lying leisurely on the deck chair. In his knowledgeable perception, he had already discovered this pirate ship. But today Lin Meng is in a good mood, as long as he doesn't come to provoke him, he is not interested in seeing this pirate ship as well. However, it is obvious that the captain of this pirate ship is a brave pirate. Directly approached the pirate ship. Kuina, you go and deal with this pirate ship. Lin Meng said. Well, leave it to me. Kuina, who was standing on the deck, nodded when she heard Lin Meng's words. Kuina pulled out the saber at his waist and waved it lightly in the direction of the approaching pirate ship. A flying slash was sent out by her. Flying slash quickly flew towards the pirate ship. In a moment, it flew through the middle of the pirate ship, and cut the pirate ship in half at the same time. The boat broke apart. What just happened? The captain is not well, the ship suddenly disconnected. On this cracked pirate ship, all the pirates panicked. And at this moment, a few more flying slashes were thrown out by Kuina, completely cutting the pirate ship into pieces, and the pirate captain on the pirate ship was directly beheaded. Puff. Puff. There was a constant sound of falling water. The pirates who are still alive, jumped directly into the sea, holding some driftwood to survive. A pirate wanted to get close to Lin Meng's sailing ship, but before he got close, he was killed by a flying slash. For the pirates in the sea area of East Blue, the flying slash is completely a dimensionality reduction strike. After a while, in Lin Meng's knowledge perception, the breath of life near the pirate ship was only in the single digits. No. Don't kill me, I'm not a pirate, I'm a good person. At this moment, a small head popped up from the sea near the sailboat and shouted in the direction of the sailboat. Lin Meng heard the voice, which sounded like a tender child's voice, and looked curiously. Seeing the little orange-haired head popping out of the sea, with wide-eyed, terrified and pitiful expressions under the orange hair, Lin Meng couldn't help smiling. It turned out to be the little burglar cat Nami. What a coincidence. Kuina also noticed that it was a little girl, so she didn't make a move and looked at Lin Meng. Let her come up. Lin Meng cried. Chapter 28. Why are there children on the pirate ship? Who are you? Looking at Nami, who climbed onto the sailboat and sat down on the deck, wet all over, Lin Meng smiled and asked knowingly. Woo. The young Nami had just recovered from the shock, and was a little dazed when he heard Lin Meng's question suddenly. But she quickly reacted, looked at Lin Meng, and said in a pitiful tone, Oh Ni-chan, my name is Nami. I was caught on board by these hateful pirates. They are so hateful that they even caught children and sold them. If it weren't for you, I would have been sold by these pirates. Nami said, showing a weeping expression, two big watery eyes, even squeezed out a few tears. This group of pirates is too hateful. Kuina was on the side, and after listening to Nami's story, she said angrily. She waved the saber in her hand, and waved it in the direction of the pirate ship a few times, killing all the pirates who were lucky enough to be alive. Young Nami, where has he seen the flying slash of the swordsman's strength? Seeing a series of huge flying slashes that split the sea, he swallowed involuntarily. Lin Meng smiled and looked at the young Nami. With the appearance of the young Nami now, coupled with her miserable expression, people who don't know her well, like Kuina, will really believe what she says. But Lin Meng knew something about Nami. The tattoo on your arm is the symbol of the cotter of the dragon pirates, right? Lin Meng looked at Nami with a half smile, and pointed to the tattoo on Nami's left arm. Are you a pirate? What you just said was all lies. Kuina looked at Nami sharply immediately. At this moment, Nami's face turned pale. If she had encountered such a situation before, she would have pretended to be a cotter of the dragon pirates, pretending to be a tiger. But after witnessing Kuina's flying slash, Nami knew very well that the name of the dragon pirates would not scare the two of them at all. At this moment, the young Nami's brain kept spinning, trying to find a way to survive. Kuina, don't scare our navigators. Lin Meng smiled and waved to Kuina. He knew that Nami had a strong talent in navigation. To sail comfortably on the Grand Line, a professional navigator is very necessary. Although with Lin Meng's strength, no matter how bad the weather is, it has no effect on him. But since you have the ability, wouldn't it be better to let yourself live more comfortably when sailing? Moreover, Lin Meng is also very aware of what happened to Nami, knowing that as long as he can get rid of the evil dragon pirates, he can easily subdue Nami. Therefore, when Nami set foot on this sailing ship, Lin Meng had already decided to accept Nami as his navigator. Our navigator. Kuina was a little puzzled, but still obeyed Lin Meng's words. Her eyes softened, and she looked at Nami curiously. Ah, me? Navigator. Nami looked at Lin Meng in surprise, and at the same time he breathed a sigh of relief. She didn't know how Lin Meng knew she knew how to sail, but she knew that her life was saved now. That's right, Nami, I'm very optimistic about your navigating talent. How about being my navigator, and I help you destroy the evil dragon pirates? Lin Meng didn't talk nonsense, and directly had a showdown with Nami. Really? Nami looked at Lin Meng in surprise, but then she said uneasy, the dragon is a murloc from the Grand Line, much stronger than humans. It's just the lost dogs that escaped from the Grand Line. Don't worry, Kuina can easily kill them without my help, Lin Meng said. Nami looked at Kuina, she had a deep memory of Kuina's flying slash. They might actually be able to defeat the dragon and save the village, Nami thought to himself. How about Nami, do you agree? I would like to be your navigator. Nami said courageously. Haha, that's good, Nami, you come here first and stand beside me. Lin Meng smiled and recruited Nami, then looked at Kuina and said, Kuina, the guest is here, you go to meet him for a while, remember not to kill him, catch him alive. Lin Meng, who are they? Kuina asked while looking up at the sky. Golden Lion Shiki, the legendary great pirate who was once as famous as One Piece. Lin Meng said lightly, also a great swordsman. At this moment, above the sailboat, in the sky, there was a huge pirate ship floating. Jijijaha, little girl, at such a young age, you can swing a flying slash, how about joining the labor capital pirate group? With a wild laugh, a figure descended from the pirate ship above. The legendary great pirate, Golden Lion Shiki, sized up the three people on the sailing boat with raging eyes, and the one he paid the most attention to was Kuina, who was able to slash flying slashes, which he had noticed before. Precisely because he noticed Kuina's flying slash, the Golden Lion, who was driving the pirate ship at high altitude, lowered the ship. As for Lin Meng, before he broke through, he had Lyoko immortal thieves, who could restrain his breath. Even if he breaks through now, as long as he wants to, others will not be able to detect his situation. Therefore, it was directly ignored by Shiki. Lin Meng didn't care either, and lay on the deck chair protecting Nami and the sailboat beside him with a surprised look on his face. A mere Golden Lion Shiki, it's not enough to let him make a move. Are you a great swordsman? Kuina looked at Golden Lion. Jijijaha, Lao Zi is of course a great swordsman. Little Giliang, you have a good talent for swordsmanship. After joining the labor management pirate group, labor management will teach you swordsmanship in person. Golden Lion Shiki laughed, very arrogant and arrogant. Kuina the swordsman, please give me your advice. Kuina ignored the Golden Lion's solicitation at all, holding the famous sword in his hand, and directly asked for a duel between swordsmen. The famous knife in her hand is the good sharp knife given to her by Lin Meng forging before. Gg, little Aunt Liang, you are quite courageous, do you know who Lao Zi is? Golden Lion Shiki yelled, but he had a rudder on his head, which made him look very funny. Kuina ignored it, holding the famous sword in his hand, armament Haki quickly covered the blade, and then flew towards the Golden Lion with a flying slash. Hideo, great swordsman. Golden Lion dodged the flying slash, and looked at Kuina cautiously. Originally, he only thought that Kuina was a swordsman, but he was mistaken, and turned out to be a great swordsman who can forge a black sword. Facing Kuina, whose strength has reached that of a great swordsman, Golden Lion also had to be cautious. Swinging the famous sword tied to it with both legs, he fought back. But with serious injuries and a huge decline in strength, how could Golden Lion be Kuina's opponent? Kuina is a great swordsman trained by Lin Meng. A swordsman who can start to forge a black sword with an armed color can be regarded as a great swordsman, but there is also a gap between the great swordsmen, the weak ones can only destroy the city, and the strong ones can destroy the island. After being trained by Lin Meng, Kuina is obviously a great swordsman with the ability to destroy the island. Only 2 or 3 minutes into the fight, Golden Lion lost, was carried by Kuina like a dead dog, and brought to Lin Meng. Chapter 29. Lin Meng, I brought the Golden Lion. Kuina, holding the disabled Golden Lion in his hand, said. Nice job, Kuina. Lin Meng nodded with a smile. Nami on the side, with bright eyes, said, Sister Kuina is amazing. Hearing Lin Meng's praise, Kuina also smiled happily. Lin Meng got up, walked forward, looked at the miserable Golden Lion, and smiled. Little devil, what are you trying to do by arresting labor in capital? Even though Golden Lion was captured and lost the ability to resist, he still spoke arrogantly. Actually, I didn't want to do anything. Lin Meng said softly. He looked at the Golden Lion and had an idea in his mind to experiment. However, to complete this experiment, some means are needed. So, Lin Meng closed his eyes and realized a little. You comprehend observation Haki and spiritual power, combined with your understanding of the human brain, you comprehended the mind transmission technique. Mind transmission, you can transmit information to the target's mind through your mind. You have integrated Haki Budo related information, combined with relevant contract knowledge, you have an epiphany, you have comprehended Haki Budo 2.0. Haki Budo 2.0, after learning Haki Budo, the practice effect will be improved, and the existing Haki in the body will be automatically transformed into Haki with the Haki Budo brand. Half of the results of each practice will be given to the creator of Haki martial arts, and all the results of Haki cultivation will be fed back to the creator after death. This information can only be seen by the creator. It's done. Lin Meng thought to himself. Then he opened his eyes to look at Golden Lion, and said majestically, Golden Lion, raise your head and look at me. Following Lin Meng's voice fell. Golden Lion raised his head involuntarily, and met Lin Meng's gaze. At this moment, Lin Meng's eyes flickered, and he used the teleportation technique to transmit Haki Budo 2.0 to Golden Lion's mind. You. Sensing the Haki martial arts information that suddenly popped up in his mind, Golden Lion looked at Lin Meng in a daze. After getting Haki Budo information, Golden Lion began to forcibly practice Haki Budo in his body, and the original Haki was quickly passed by Haki Budo, with the brand of Haki Budo. Of course the Golden Lion is unaware that his original Haki is branded. He can only feel that as the Haki Budo runs, the Haki power in his body grows and recovers rapidly. And with his vision, he quickly figured out the powerful effect of Haki Budo. That's why, at this moment, Golden Lion doesn't know what Lin Meng wants to do to him. It looks good. Lin Meng nodded in satisfaction. Haki Budo 2.0, specially prepared by Lin Meng for the strong like Golden Lion. A strong player like Golden Lion already has a high level of Haki. You can control powerful strength without practicing Haki martial arts. In this case, even if Lin Meng spreads Haki martial arts, some of these strong men may be cautious and will not practice Haki martial arts. Now, with the aggressive Haki Budo 2.0, you don't have to worry about that. As long as you read the practice information of Haki Budo 2.0, you must practice Haki Budo 2.0 whether you want to or not. Lin Meng spreads Haki martial arts, not for charity. Since he has decided to deploy martial arts in the world, he will not allow anyone to refuse. Not even a general-level powerhouse. Golden Lion, it's a pity, you have lost your energy and your potential has been exhausted. Lin Meng glanced at Golden Lion and said calmly. After completing the experiment, the Golden Lion, whose potential has been exhausted, has no value in Lin Meng's eyes. Wrong. Golden Lion has one last value, and that is his Lion Fruit ability. What do you mean? Golden Lion looked at Lin Meng angrily. However, at the next moment, Lin Meng stared slightly, and the mighty conquerors directly stunned Golden Lion. Then, Lin Meng said to Kuina, Kuina, go and get some fruit. Okay, Lin Meng, wait a moment. Kuina nodded, turned, and walked towards the storage room. Nami stayed quietly aside, because I just came into contact with Lin Meng, we are not familiar with each other. So she just looked at Lin Meng curiously, without making a sound. Lin Meng looked at the Golden Lion in front of him, observation Haki went deep into his body, sensing the power of Devil Fruit. Moments later. You have studied and analyzed Demon Fruit power deeply, you have an epiphany, and you have created the Devil Fruit deprivation technique. Devil Fruit deprivation technique. Using deprivation technique, you can deprive Devil Fruit of its ability from Demon Fruit power. Deprivation technique, it's done. Lin Meng opened his eyes, and his eyes flashed. In fact, when studying the Devil Fruit ability of Ivankov and Tyrant Bear before, Lin Meng had a feeling and idea that he could deprive them of their Devil Fruit. It's just that Ivankov and Tyrant Bear are friends after all, and they both voluntarily let him study Devil Fruit's ability, so I didn't try it on them. Now, finally, on Golden Lion, the Devil Fruit deprivation technique has been tried and created. Lin Meng, the fruit you want. At this time, Kuina carried a basket of fruit and handed it to Lin Meng. Lin Meng took the basket, put the basket beside Golden Lion, and then used the Devil Fruit deprivation technique on Golden Lion. In Lin Meng's perception, as the Devil Fruit deprivation technique takes effect on Golden Lion, the power that belonged to Devil Fruit's ability in Golden Lion was transferred out. Then under the control of deprivation, this Devil Fruit ability was transferred to a fruit in the nearby basket. This is Lin Meng. Kuina watched curiously as a fruit in the basket turned into Devil Fruit, and asked curiously. That's right, this is Devil Fruit. Lin Meng nodded. Devil Fruit. Oh Ni-chan, is it the kind of Devil Fruit that is worth 100 million belly at the lowest auction? The young Nami looked at the Devil Fruit in the basket with bright eyes and asked. Haha, that's right. However, if this Devil Fruit is auctioned, it will be far more than 100 million baileys. Lin Meng picked up the Lion Fruit and said with a smile. This Lion Fruit is a very powerful Devil Fruit. After depriving Golden Lion of the Devil Fruit, Lin Meng kicked Golden Lion into the sea with his feet. Lin Meng doesn't care whether the Golden Lion is dead or alive after that. Even if Golden Lion is lucky and survives, he who has practiced Haki martial arts will not be able to resist Lin Meng at all. In the end, Golden Lion will only become a tool to provide Lin Meng with Haki energy. If you die, of course it will be over. And with the Lion Fruit stripped from the Golden Lion, the Golden Lion pirate ship that was originally floating in the sky suddenly fell from the sky. Chapter 30. Lin Meng, the boat is about to fall from the sky, do you want me to do it? Kuina looked up at the sky and asked the falling pirate ship because there was no Golden Lion Fruit to support it. Holding the famous knife in her hand, she was eager to try it. No need, I've taken a fancy to this pirate ship. Lin Meng waved his hand. The Golden Lion is a large pirate ship, Lin Meng's knowledge have already been preliminarily investigated, and the facilities in the pirate ship are very complete. And the decoration is luxurious, all of which use high-quality materials. Therefore, Lin Meng took a fancy to this pirate ship, so I don't plan to let Kuina split such a good boat. Looking up at the falling large pirate ship, it is estimated that there is still some time before it falls completely. Lin Meng picked up the Lion Fruit in his hand, his knowledge and perception went deep into it, and he closed his eyes to analyze it. With the breakthrough of Lin Meng's strength, all aspects of heaven-defying savvy talent have also been enhanced. Just for a moment. You have deeply analyzed and comprehended the ability of Lion Fruit, you have an epiphany, and you have comprehended the floating technique. Levitation, you can make the objects you touch float, but it cannot be used on living things. You have deeply analyzed and realized the ability of Lion Fruit, you have gained a lot of knowledge about floating, and you have comprehended the flying technique. Flying art, after using it, you can fly in the sky for a long time. You have deeply analyzed and realized the ability of Lion Fruit, you have a deep understanding of the power of floating, and you have comprehended the law of floating, 1%. It's done. Lin Meng opened his eyes, and then flew directly from the deck of the sailboat. The next moment, his figure appeared under the falling pirate ship. Lin Meng stretched out his hand and lightly touched the pirate ship. Immediately, the falling pirate ship floated up again. After floating the pirate ship, Lin Meng turned around and appeared on his original sailboat, pressing his right hand towards the deck of the sailboat. The sailboat also immediately floated up from the sea. Wow, Ni-chan made the ship fly. Nami said in amazement. Kuina took it for granted, of course, Lin Meng is omnipotent. This ship will be ours from now on, Nami, I will give you permission later, and you will be responsible for navigating this ship. After the sailboat floated onto the deck of the original Golden Lion pirate ship, Lin Meng said to Kuina and Nami with a smile. Oh Ni-chan, let me command and navigate such a big ship. Nami looked at Lin Meng in disbelief. Lin Meng said, of course, besides you, who else? You are my navigator. However, it will take a while to fully receive this ship. Lin Meng said, then turned to the cabin and said, everyone inside, come out. This Golden Lion's pirate ship is of course not just Golden Lion. There are also some pirates and cotters of the Golden Lion pirates on board, as well as some service personnel captured by Golden Lion. In the cabin, a group of people came out with lingering fear. This ship has a very high configuration, and there are external surveillance phone bugs on board. It was also this monitoring phone bug, the Golden Lion who was staying in the pirate ship flying in the sky before, that could notice the flying slash from Kuina below. This made the Golden Lion curious and ran down. The pirates of the Golden Lion regiment, who originally observed the situation below by monitoring the phone bug, are preparing to watch the Golden Lion display Kamui. Unexpectedly, the result was that Golden Lion was easily defeated by a little girl like swordsman. Then he was carried into the sailboat like a dead dog, and finally kicked out like a dead dog. This immediately frightened the group of pirates on the pirate ship. At the same time, the whole ship suddenly started to fall again, completely frightening them. Because, this ship floats in the sky entirely by relying on the ability of Golden Lion Lion Fruit. Now that something is wrong with the Golden Lion, the fall of the ship is inevitable. But soon, the whole ship floated again, which immediately made the people on board very happy. Thought the Golden Lion recovered and saved the ship. However, when they came out of the cabin, what they saw in their sight was Lin Meng who had defeated the Golden Lion, and they panicked. Lin Meng looked at the group of people coming out of the cabin, thought for a while, narrowed his eyes slightly, and got a little insight. You have realized the application of the color of knowledge, and you have an epiphany. You have realized the color of knowledge, the perception of good and evil. Knowledge color perception of good and evil. Through knowledge color, you can perceive the good and evil thoughts in the target's mind. With Lin Meng's current Haki strength, as long as he has an idea, and it is not too outrageous, he can create various special abilities derived from Conqueror's Haki with a little insight. This is the case with knowledge, color, and perception of good and evil. After comprehending the color of knowledge and perception of good and evil, Lin Meng dispersed the color of knowledge and swept across the group of people on the pirate ship. Among them, the person who made him perceive that he had evil thoughts in his mind was instantly blown away by his conquerors. Now the pirate ship is floating thousands of meters above the sky, with the endless sea below. One can imagine the result after being kicked out of the boat. My lord, please forgive me. No, don't. My lord, we were captured by pirates, we are not pirates. Suddenly the crowd panicked, some of the pirates knelt down and begged for mercy. But Lin Meng didn't respond at all. According to his knowledge and perception of good and evil, he kicked out all the people he thought needed to be kicked out. Soon, the number of this group of people dropped by 2/3. All that remains is a group of shivering young waitresses and technicians, all caught aboard by the Golden Lion. In Lin Meng's perception, they are weak and cannot pose a threat. Golden Lion, the pirate ship, is a large pirate ship. Such a big ship definitely needs people who do odd jobs. So Lin Meng kept the waitresses, and the technicians who drove the boats. Kuina, Nami, these people, you will arrange for them to be responsible for cleaning the boat. Lin Meng pointed to the remaining dozen or so people, and said to Kuina and Nami. Okay, Lin Meng. Kuina said. Nami also nodded, she looked at the ship with flickering eyes at the moment, this was the first time she had seen such a large and luxurious ship. You are the cotter in charge of scientific research of the Golden Lion pirates, Indigo. After explaining Kuina and Nami, Lin Meng looked at a Golden Lion pirate cotter who was specially left behind by him. Yes, yes my lord. Indigo looked at Lin Meng with a look of horror at the moment. He was intimidated by Lin Meng's cruel behavior of kicking 2/3 of the people off the boat without saying a word. Have you started studying IQ? Lin Meng asked. After meeting the Golden Lion, Lin Meng recalled some information related to it in his mind. The most worthy of Lin Meng's attention is the IQ drug that Golden Lion researched to allow animals to evolve in order to destroy East Blue. Open. I started to study IQ. Indigo said. The research knowledge in your mind makes me a little interested. Lin Meng said. Later, Lin Meng looked at Indigo and felt that if Indigo taught him, the efficiency would be too slow, and he might not be attentive. So, Lin Meng thought for a while, squinted his eyes slightly, and had an idea in his heart. You comprehend the relationship between erotic information and spiritual power, and invert the idea transmission technique, you have an epiphany, you comprehend the memory reading technique. Chapter 31. Memory reading technique. Lin Meng whispered, then looked at Indigo. You, what are you doing? Indigo noticed Lin Meng's gaze and asked nervously with a bad feeling in his heart. Lin Meng didn't respond, and his thoughts directly invaded Indigo's brain. Using the memory reading technique, he quickly flipped through the knowledge about scientific research and IQ medicine in his mind. Soon, Lin Meng read and gained a lot of scientific research knowledge, and also found knowledge about IQ medicine. After this knowledge was understood by Lin Meng, he spent a little time tempering this knowledge into a soul book and putting it in the soul library. Now the soul library has long been solidified and resplendent. In the library, a large number of soul books tempered by knowledge have been stored. Lin Meng's thoughts lingered in the soul library for a moment. After a little thought, I feel something in my heart. You have a little feeling, recall the previous life about information automatic processing, information classification, collection, summary and other related knowledge, and the big data automatic processing ability obtained by your soul library. Under Lin Meng's perception, the soul library has undergone a transformation from the inside out. The current soul library not only has the function of tempering and improving spiritual power, it also has the ability to automatically classify, collect, correlate, and deduce the knowledge in soul books. It has become a multifunctional soul library. Now as long as Lin Meng thinks about it, the relevant information stored in the soul library will automatically emerge and be arranged in order of priority, so that Lin Meng can understand it at a glance. After a little thoughtful completion of an upgrade to the soul library, Lin Meng exited the soul library in his mind and glanced at Indigo. After reading his memory, Indigo is worthless to Lin Meng. However, after all, Indigo is a rare senior scientist in the pirate world, so it is a pity to kill him like this. Lin Meng thought for a while, raised his hand, and a transparent cat-like meatball emerged, and then slapped Indigo, sending him flying. The traveling ability of the meatball's elastic shooting, if you want to land accurately, you must actually understand the magnetic field of the landing point in advance and other information. So Lin Meng flew Indigo to the desert island where he hunted sea kings before. Then, he took out his phone bug and notified Long, the leader of the revolutionary army, to let him lead the people. And as a deal, let the dragon help him collect some tree materials of the treasure tree atom. The Golden Lion is a good ship though, but some of these styles, too pompous, with Golden Lion's personal hobbies in it, Lin Meng doesn't like it, so he planned to wait for time to remodel the ship with wood from the treasure tree atom. After dealing with the matter on this ship, Lin Meng walked around the boat happily. Kuina is instructing some waitresses to remove signs such as the flag of the Golden Lion pirates and clean up the entire ship. Lin Meng, I checked. The captain's cabin is very spacious and has a big soft bed. You can have a good rest tonight. Kuina looked at Lin Meng and said happily. The previous sailboats, although strong, were too small, with only one room and a small bed. 2.5 years ago, when Lin Meng and Kuina were young, they slept together in a sailboat bed, which was fine. But now, 2.5 years have passed. The bodies of Lin Meng and Kuina have already grown. Lin Meng, who is only 13 years old now, has a height of 1.8 meters, a strong body and full of strength. At the same age, Kuina has also grown to over 1.7 meters, with a well-proportioned body shape, which should be convex and concave. Therefore, the bedroom on the original sailing boat became cramped for them. Originally, Lin Meng already had the idea of changing the ship. Now, it happened that Golden Lion brought a large ship and delivered it to the door. Haha, is that so? That's really good, you can sleep comfortably. Lin Meng said with a smile. With his current strength, it's okay even if he doesn't sleep. But maybe it's a habit, maybe it's the comfort of being able to sleep with Kuina every night, so Lin Meng has always kept the habit of sleeping for a while at night. After walking around on the deck, Lin Meng walked into the boat to check. Nami is in the ship's nautical navigation room, directing the surviving technicians to work and directing the ship's course. Oh and I sauce, this ship is so big, and these equipments are all the latest models, so powerful. Where are we going next? After noticing Lin Meng, Nami said happily. Today, in Nami's eyes, Lin Meng is a golden thigh that is purer than 24K gold. Now even if she is driven away, Nami is not willing. Well, Nami, I will leave these nautical equipment to you. Lin Meng smiled and nodded. In order to sail this big ship smoothly, in addition to these nautical equipment, a powerful navigator is also very necessary. Although Lin Meng has learned sailing, he will be very good. But why do it yourself when you can direct a cute and capable minion like Nami to work? Lin Meng patted Nami's small shoulder with satisfaction, and said, next, go to the dragon pirates and settle your matter. Oh and I-chan, thank you. Nami was extremely excited when she heard Lin Meng's words. Lin Meng smiled and waved his hands. Withdrawing his hands from Nami's shoulders, and glanced at Nami's young body, Lin Meng thought in his heart, Nami's strength is too weak. Even if he is learning Haki martial arts now, it will take several months to gain a certain strength. Just right, I just got the knowledge of IQ medicine that can make animals evolve and become stronger from indigo. Maybe I can develop a medicine that can strengthen humans through research and transformation. Lin Meng had an idea in his mind. At the same time, the soul library in his mind quickly and automatically sorted out the relevant information. In a short while, Lin Meng figured out how to study the information on medicines that strengthen the human body. Lin Meng narrowed his eyes slightly, and realized for a moment. You have consulted the IQ drug information and experimental data, combined with your medical knowledge, you have an epiphany, and you have created a human body strengthening medicine. Human body strengthening potion. After taking the strengthening potion, the human body can be strengthened. The strengthening effect is between 2 times and 10 times, and it varies from person to person. It's done. Lin Meng chuckled, glanced at Nami and said, Nami, come to the captain's cabin after one night, and I'll give you a present. A present? Yes, Oni-chan. Nami said happily. Chapter 32. Farewell Nami. Through Lin Meng's perception of Haki, soon I found Indigo's research room on the ship. In the laboratory, there are not only the experimental data of Indigo's research on IQ medicine, but also a large amount of IQ research materials. Lin Meng walked into the research room, studied the research equipment in it for a while, and then he understood and was able to use it proficiently. Find all the medicinal materials needed for the human body strengthening potion in the materials in the research room. Lin Meng used the equipment in the laboratory. Under the meticulous perception of knowledge, a bottle of human body strengthening medicine was successfully prepared soon. Seeing the body strengthening potion in his hand with light blue luster, Lin Meng drank it in one gulp. Afterwards, he felt it carefully, and was a little delighted. I didn't expect that this body strengthening potion would have some effect on my current physique. There is a harvest. Lin Meng immediately used the research materials in the research room to prepare 16 bottles of human body strengthening potions in a row, and used up all the research materials. Looking at the row of human strengthening potions with light blue luster in front of him, Lin Meng drank the bottle after bottle. After drinking 10 bottles of body strengthening potions in a row, he found that he had reached the upper limit, so he stopped and felt his body carefully. It can be enhanced by 50%, which is not bad. Lin Meng thought. At the same time, Lin Meng felt that with the strengthening of his physique, the Yuan Dan in his body's danshan also grew stronger, and a mysterious pattern appeared on the Yuan Dan. The two are closely related. So after Lin Meng's body became stronger, Yuan Dan also became stronger. Sensing the changes in Yuan Dan, Lin Meng thought deeply. So he sat cross-legged and began to comprehend carefully. During the transformation and breakthrough of life, because I know all kinds of golden elixir methods in the memory of my previous life, so unconsciously, when I break through, I will move closer to a system similar to the golden elixir method. Before, Lin Meng was very excited because he had just completed the transformation of life and broke through the limit, so he didn't think much about the solidification of the source gas into the source pill. I thought it was a natural phenomenon after the breakthrough. And now, with a more detailed understanding, Lin Meng discovered that after the breakthrough, the source qi in his body would solidify into a source pill. On the one hand, the three states of gas, liquid, and solid would be transformed naturally. But more importantly, influenced by the various golden elixir methods in the memory of the previous life, the source qi in the body unknowingly moved closer to the direction similar to the golden elixir when the breakthrough was made, and finally solidified into the source elixir. Of course, this has no bad effects. Not only that, Lin Meng felt that his solidified Yuan Dan was several grades stronger than the golden pills described in the golden pill method in the memory of his previous life. This is the condensed source pill that breaks through the limit of human life in a world. Comprehending the faint traces on Yuan Dan, Lin Meng was pleasantly surprised, because he found out how to achieve the perfect practice direction of the second revolution. It's like within one turn, from fighting 10, breaking 1,000, fighting 10,000, destroying a city, destroying an island, gradually growing to the limit of the human body, and completing a turn. Now, Lin Meng has just broken through to the second turn of the 9-turn longevity method, which is in the early stage of the second turn, and there is still some distance from consummation. How to achieve the consummation of the second rank, Lin Meng hadn't figured it out before. But now, after discovering the changes in Yuan Dan, Lin Meng understood the way to move forward. Dan pattern. Lin Meng perceived the trace that appeared on Yuan Dan with inner vision, whispered softly, and then fell into a sudden enlightenment. You observe the formation of the pill pattern on the source pill, combined with the various golden pill methods you have learned in your previous life, you have an epiphany, and you understand the Zhuanai Yuan pill method. 9 pattern origin pill method, practice Haki, condense the source energy, and temper the source pill. When the Dao pattern on the source pill reaches 9, it will reach the perfect state. 9 patterns origin alchemy. Lin Meng opened his eyes, light flashed, and murmured. Afterwards, he began to run the Zhuanai Yuan Dan method in his body. Haki circulates in his body for a week, and is condensed and purified into pure root Haki, which is source qi. Then these source qi flowed along the meridians of the limbs and bones, gathered in Lin Meng's danshan, and were tempered and absorbed by the source qi. The trace that originally appeared on Yuan Dan gradually became clear from blurred. However, Lin Meng found that the Haki needed to run the Zhuanai Yuan Dan method is produced by his own body, so he can run up to 9 weeks a day, and any more will deplete the potential foundation in the body. Avenue Aquarius. With a thought in Lin Meng's mind, a treasure vase of the Great Dao appeared above his head. The aquarium of the Great Way was slightly tilted, and some of the original energy poured out of it. Lin Meng absorbs these original energies, and the Zhuanai Yuan Dan method works quickly. After a while, Lin Meng could sense that the first lines on Yuan Dan became more and more clear, and soon took a complete shape. Afterwards, the second Dao pattern also vaguely began to appear. Time passed, and soon the sky faded. Lin Meng exhaled, and the treasure vase of Dao disappeared. And in the danshan in his body, on the source pill, 3 clear Dao patterns can be seen, and the 4th Dao pattern also faintly emerges beside him. Using the original energy in the Dao Bao vase to practice the Zhuanai Yuan Dan method is fast, but it is too extravagant. Lin Meng felt a little heartbroken when he thought that about 1/10 of the original energy in the Dao vase had been consumed. The original energy accumulated in the Dao vase is to be used for breakthrough after the second turn is complete. Because as a pathfinder, Lin Meng has to break through the world limit every time, so before each breakthrough, he must accumulate enough original energy. And the 9 patterns origin pill method is nothing more than a cultivation method within the realm of the 9-turn longevity method and the second turn to make it reach perfection. Therefore, it is indeed very extravagant to consume the original energy and practice the Zhuanai Yuan Dan method. Let's practice Zhuanai Yuan Dan slowly like this first. Lin Meng decided in his heart. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Lin Meng realized again. You review the process of life transformation and limit breakthrough, the principle of origin qi condensing alchemy, sorted out the main points, combined with your practice perception, you have understood something, you have comprehended the method of origin qi condensing alchemy. Origin qi condensation pill method, through practicing Haki martial arts, purifying Haki, generating source gas, condensing source gas into source pill, and breaking through the limit of human strength. Elaborately created by the pioneers, the breakthrough success rate reaches 90%. You comprehend the method of congealing alchemy of origin chi, simplify it, and add the relevant knowledge of the contract. You created the method of congealing alchemy to break the limit. Congealing pill breaking limit method, through practicing Haki martial arts, purifying Haki, generating source gas, condensing source gas to become source pill, and breaking through the limit of human strength. The breakthrough technique is simplified by the Pathfinder's Genesis Chi condensation alchemy. The breakthrough success rate is between 10% and 50%, which varies from person to person. Among them, the Pathfinder's contract is added. The method of breakthrough has been realized. Lin Meng slowly opened his eyes and murmured. This is the breakthrough method he created based on his previous breakthrough process and feelings, combined with his own practice knowledge. With a breakthrough method, with the power system of the pirate world expanded and improved by him now, those general level powerhouses also have a chance to break through to a higher level. Of course, as the pioneer, the creator of the breakthrough method. Even if those generals in the future use this breakthrough method to break through, they still have no ability to resist in front of Lin Meng. The origin chi congealing alchemy can be taught to Kuina. As for the simplified version of the congealing pill breaking limit method, it can be used to spread and lure those general level powerhouses. Lin Meng whispered softly. He believes that neither Marine Admiral nor the Pirate Emperor can resist the temptation to continue to improve and break through. Chapter 33. If we compare the current pirate world to a field waiting to be cultivated, then Lin Meng is a farmer. The human beings in the entire pirate world are the seedlings in the field. The Haki Budo that is about to spread is the fertilizer that can make the seedlings thrive. Among them, such as Marine Admiral or Pirate Emperor, this kind of general level powerhouse whose strength has reached the highest level in the current world is a crop that has grown up and produced abundant fruits. However, this crop, which has already borne abundant fruit, does not yet belong to Lin Meng. Therefore, Lin Meng needs to find a way to brand these crops that have already produced abundant fruits with his brand. Whether it is Haki Budo 2.0 before or the congealing pill limit breaking method created by Lin Meng, they all serve this purpose. It's already dark. Nami shouldn't be in a hurry, right? After finishing creating the method, Lin Meng opened his eyes, saw the darkened sky outside the window, and said softly. Afterwards, he picked up the remaining 6 bottles of body strengthening potion, left the research room, and walked straight to the captain's room. Sister Kuina, tell me about Oni-chan. Little Nami, Lin Meng is a very powerful person, he can do anything. Wow, omnipotent, isn't that a god? That's right, Lin Meng is the god in my heart. By the way, Sister Kuina, what is that thing you swung out with the knife today that split the pirate ship in half? It's amazing. That's the Swordmaster's flying slash. Little Nami, if you want to learn, I can teach you. Really? It should be difficult, right? It's okay, Lin Meng is here. Just walked into the captain's cabin, Lin Meng couldn't help touching his nose when he heard Kuina and Nami adore him in the conversation. It's all here, just right, I have something for you. Lin Meng pushed open the door of the captain's cabin, walked in, looked at Kuina and Nami, took out 6 bottles of human strengthening potions, and said with a smile. 3 bottles per person, after drinking it, it can greatly strengthen and improve your physique. With that said, Lin Meng handed the human strengthening potion to Kuina and Nami respectively. It's so beautiful, Oni-chan, can this potion make me stronger? Nami picked up the medicine bottle with a light blue luster, and asked with wide-eyed bright eyes. That's right, Nami, your body is too weak. After using the body strengthening potion, the improvement should be the most obvious. Drink a bottle and try it. Lin Meng said with a smile. Nami glanced at Lin Meng, nodded, picked up the potion in his hand, and drank it. Well. When the body strengthening potion is drunk by Nami. In a moment Nami's fair and tender face was flushed, and her small body was steaming hot. Lin Meng, will Nami be okay? Kuina looked at Nami's body reaction after drinking the potion, and asked worriedly. Haha, don't worry, this is because Nami's body is too weak, so the absorption effect of the potion is very good, which is caused. Lin Meng explained with a smile, then looked at Kuina, and said, Kuina, look at me and don't resist, I'll teach you some exercises. Yet. Kuina nodded obediently. Lin Meng looked at Kuina with eyes, and passed the origin chi congealing alchemy, levitation and flying techniques to Kuina through teleportation. Kuina, your strength has reached the level of destroying the island. If you want to break through to my current strength, you need to practice the origin chi condensation alchemy. Purify Haki into source chi, accumulate source chi until you can condense source chi, and then you can try to break through. Lin Meng said to Kuina. Lin Meng, that's amazing, the breakthrough method was created so quickly. Kuina was first shocked, then pleasantly surprised. She had witnessed the whole process of Lin Meng's breakthrough, so she knew something about it. Knowing the difficulty, Lin Meng did not expect Lin Meng to create a breakthrough method so quickly. With a breakthrough method, she also has a chance to break through, and can catch up with Lin Meng's progress. Lin Meng smiled and said, it's different, I'm the one who opened the way, but when I finish opening the way, an island-destroying powerhouse like Kuina, you just need to follow the breakthrough method and follow the path I opened up. I see. Kuina nodded half-knowingly. Although I don't fully understand it, as long as I know that Lin Meng is amazing. Kuina, breaking through requires a lot of accumulation. There is no rush now. You should first learn levitation and flying, so that you can also have the ability to float this ship. Lin Meng continued. Kuina nodded, well, I see. Oni-chan, this is. At this time, Nami, who had recovered from the strengthening of the human body strengthening potion, looked at his body that was still steaming, felt that his whole body was sweaty and wet, and said in doubt. Nami, feel the power now. Lin Meng said with a smile. Hearing what Lin Meng said, Nami clenched his fist and waved it a few times, his eyes lit up and said, wow, I feel strength all over my body now, so strong. That potion is so powerful. Of course, this is a potion developed by Lin Meng. Kuina took it for granted. Nami nodded, looking at Lin Meng with flickering eyes, well, Oni-chan is the best. Haha, it's just average. Lin Meng smiled, and then said, Kuina, take Nami to the bathroom to wash up. Nami, the next 2 bottles of body strengthening potion, you drink in 2 days, then, maybe you can rely on your own strength to destroy the evil dragon pirates. Well, Nami, you come with me. Kuina nodded, pulled Nami up, and walked to the bathroom. And Nami muttered to himself in a daze, will I also have the strength to defeat the dragon? It's amazing, night. Lin Meng embraced the fragrant Kuina and fell asleep. Because the bed in the captain's cabin is very big and soft. Nami also sneaked in at night, climbed into bed, hugged Lin Meng's shoulders and fell asleep peacefully. For Nami, who started to live alone at such a young age, wandering, and fighting all kinds of vicious pirates, the moment she held Lin Meng's arm, she felt very at ease, and fell asleep until she woke up naturally. The Endless Sea. A dog-headed warship is sailing on it. Because some time ago, I suddenly had a premonition that something big happened in East Blue. Monkey D. Garp, who was born in East Blue, was arranged by Marine Marshal Sengoku to go to East Blue to check. And on this day, Vice Admiral Garp, victims are found on the sea ahead. A sailor shouted. Garp, who was sitting on a chair and eating a donut, picked his nose and looked at the sea ahead. Suddenly, he stopped picking his nose. So, that's that BD Golden Lion Shiki, right? A little uncertain, Garp turned on his knowledge and took a closer look. It's really that BD Shiki? Haha, what's the matter? I haven't seen you for a while, and it's so miserable. After confirming that it was Golden Lion Shiki, Garp couldn't help laughing when he saw him floating in the sea, looking miserable. That's Golden Lion, hurry up, sea stone is ready, fish up Shiki. Garp commanded excitedly. Chapter 34. Marine Doghead Warship. The weak Golden Lion is bound by a lot of sea stone. Garp held a donut snack bag in his hand, and stood in front of Golden Lion with a smile on his face. While eating a donut, he said with a smile, haha, isn't this Shiki, the big pirate who used to dominate the sea? I haven't seen him for a while, why is he messing around so badly now? Golden Lion glanced up at Garp weakly and remained silent. He was a little dazed at the moment, very dazed. After following him for decades, the lion fruit ability that he was used to was taken away. This matter, until now, still makes him feel incomprehensible. Why, without the lion fruit ability, he's still not dead. That young man, and the young swordsman, why didn't he kill him? Also, what happened to the knowledge of Haki martial arts in the mind and the Haki in the body? Why did that boy pass on such powerful Haki Budo to him after the girlish swordsman defeated him? Why was that boy able to deprive him of his lion fruit ability without killing him? At this moment, Golden Lion Shiki's mind was filled with too many why. He couldn't understand the actions of Lin Meng and Kuina. Haki Budo. At this time, Golden Lion recalled the Haki Budo information that was seared in his mind. It's really unreasonable for such a powerful Haki cultivation method to be imprinted directly into the minds of labor and management. Perhaps for that young man, except for lion fruit, he doesn't care about the life and death of labor and capital at all, and he is even more arrogant than labor and capital. Golden Lion sighed in his heart, recalling how arrogant and dismissive that boy was towards him. Such a powerful Haki practice method, once spread, the whole world will change dramatically. Perhaps that boy had this idea, otherwise, he wouldn't have passed Haki martial arts to labor and capital so easily. Unfortunately, my body can no longer support Haki's cultivation. Golden Lion gradually regained his sanity, thinking involuntarily in his mind. He felt his old body that had accumulated countless pains again, and sighed softly in his heart. Looking up at Garp who was laughing, Golden Lion seemed to have thought of something, laughed crazily, and said to Garp, Garp, the BD Roger probably didn't expect that his era of great pirates is coming to an end, and the times are about to change. GGG ha ha ha. I see that a new era that can subvert the entire sea is coming. Garp, can your marines survive this era of great change? Ha 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 BD Shiki, what are you talking about? Garp asked with a frown, looking at the Golden Lion who suddenly laughed maniacally. Then, Garp thought about not long ago at naval headquarters, when he was with Sengoku, suddenly, he felt like something big was happening. Immediately, Garp looked sharply at Golden Lion and asked, Shiki, what do you know? GGG ha, Garp, did you hear that? Golden Lion stared at Garp, then laughed wildly, that's the sound of a new era coming. If you want to know, go find it yourself, or wait for the time when the whole world will change. Garp frowned, looked at the Golden Lion who had been laughing wildly, and said, Shiki, you are really crazy. I'm not crazy, I'm sober now. Golden Lion Shiki looked at Garp and said something, then continued, Garp, after imprisoning me in Impel Down, remember to send me a newspaper every week. I want to live to witness the arrival of a new era. Garp looked at Golden Lion Shiki with serious expression. He didn't know what happened to make the once unscrupulous, arrogant, and domineering Golden Lion into what it is now. Set sail, return to naval headquarters. Garp turned his head and said to the servant next to him. A week later. Oni-chan, Miss Kuina, look, I can also swing flying slash. Flying on a large ship at an altitude of 10,000 meters, Nami said excitedly. Just now, she held a steel knife in her hand and swung a flying slash forward. This made her so excited. That's right Nami, you've reached the level of a beginner swordsman. Kuina praised affirmatively. Nami, drink 3 bottles of body strengthening potion, plus the Haki martial art I taught this week, even a pig can have such powerful strength. Lin Meng teased with a smile. Brother Lin Meng, are you saying that Nami is a pig? Nami puffed her face pretending to be annoyed, and then smiled uncontrollably, you are so bad. But I like it, he Lin Meng smiled and looked at the lively and lovely Nami. The young Nami at this age is not like the black-bellied and greedy little thief cat Nami in Lin Meng's memory more than 10 years later. After getting acquainted with Lin Meng and letting go of the burden in his heart, he has naturally revealed some cute nature like a child. Another day passed. Lin Meng stood on the deck, looked down, and said, Nami, Kakosia village has arrived. Nami took a deep breath, nodded and said, yes. We're here. Now, your strength is much higher than that of the evil dragon. Lin Meng glanced at Nami and said, go, your own enemies, face them yourself. Destroy them. Well, I want to avenge Belmir myself. Nami said with a serious face. Afterwards, Lin Meng took Nami and Kuina and flew directly from the boat. Kakosia village, in the base of the dragon pirates. Boss Dragon, this is Bailey who was collected from the village this month. A Murloc, carrying a bag of Baileys, said with a smile. It seems that it is a little less than last month. Is there someone who didn't pay for his life? If he didn't pay, he would be killed directly. The dragon with a jagged nose lay on the chair, glanced at the bag containing Bailey in the younger brother's hand, and said in a nonchalant tone. There are indeed a few who haven't paid for their lives, the dragon boss, let me deal with them. A blue-skinned Murloc grinned, revealing a row of pointed teeth. Let me go, I haven't killed people for a long time, let me go this time, these weak humans, if they don't kill them, they won't know how to fear us Murlocs. Another Murloc with red skin and drinking wine shouted loudly. Hearing what the younger brother said, the evil dragon laughed happily and said, haha, indeed, weak humans are only worthy of being dominated by us Murlocs. What about Nami, didn't she say that she would make enough Bailey to buy the village? Or wait until Nami comes back, the octopus man Zioba with 6 arms said. Nami? That little human girl, maybe she ran away by herself. Haha, no, as long as Kakosia village is still here, Nami will not run away, and she will come back obediently. The evil dragon smiled confidently. That's right, dragon, I'm back, and this time I'm going to take your dog's life. At this moment, Nami's figure descended from the sky and appeared above the base of the dragon pirates. At the same time, her voice sounded and spread throughout Kakosia village. Chapter 35. That's Nami's voice. What happened? Is Nami going to challenge the dragon? That's a Murloc, how could humans defeat such a monster? No, little Nami is in danger. What the hell, we also fought against the dragon. No accident to little Nami. As Nami's voice sounded, the villagers in Kakosia village were puzzled at first, and after confirming that it was really Nami's voice, they immediately boiled over in disgust. Some villagers, whose faces changed slightly, ran home, picked up farm tools such as shovels and harpoons, and gathered to head towards the dragon paradise. In a courtyard full of orange trees in the backyard, the girl with short blue hair who was watering the orange tree heard Nami's voice, her expression changed instantly, she threw away the watering can in panic, and ran outside. Nami, don't let anything happen to you. The villagers in this village are still a little bloody, not bad. Lin Meng, standing behind Nami with Kuina, noticed the actions of the villagers in Kakosia village and nodded. Indeed, although the strength is weak, it is already very good to be able to muster up the courage to resist at a critical moment. Also, it seems that the villagers in this village are very concerned about little Nami. Kuina nodded with a smile. Hearing the discussion between Lin Meng and Kuina behind him, Nami couldn't help smiling, and then looked coldly at the dragon below. Scared ha, Nami, I heard you right, are you coming to kill me? As soon as he heard Nami's voice, the evil dragon was a little confused at first, but then laughed out loud. A 10-year-old human girl dared to say that she wanted to take his life, which made the dragon feel very funny. Following the sound, the evil dragon looked up and noticed Nami flying in the air, his laughter stopped suddenly, his face sank, he picked up the sawtooth machete beside him, and stood up from the chair. Able to fly, Nami, you ate devil fruit, no wonder, but just like that, you want to kill me, you underestimate me too much. It's not like my dragon hasn't killed demon fruit power before. The dragon from the Grand Line, of course knows about devil fruit, so seeing that Nami can fly in the air, I immediately guessed that she ate devil fruit. But the evil dragon also knows that eating devil fruit does not mean that he will have great strength immediately, not to mention that Nami is just a little human girl. Even if you eat devil fruit, how much strength will you have? Nami, please surrender now, I will spare your life, otherwise. Holding the sawtooth machete, the evil dragon grimly grinned at the shark's bloody mouth. Devil fruit has all kinds of abilities, and the evil dragon thought cautiously in his heart, if he can scare Nami without fighting, then that would be even better. In this way, you can also subdue a demon fruit power as a subordinate. Go to hell. Dragon. Looking at the vicious saw-toothed shark face of the dragon, Nami thought of the scene where her adoptive mother Belmir was killed. She had no strength before, and for the sake of her sister in the village, she could only endure the oppression of the evil dragon. But now, with the help of Lin Meng, Nami, who has the strength of a swordsman, can't bear it anymore, and she wants to avenge her adoptive mother Belmir herself. Holding the famous knife in his little hand, Nami slashed directly at the dragon. In an instant, a flying slash was swung by her, slashing towards the evil dragon. The sword hero's flying slash. How can it be? The evil dragon's expression changed drastically, and it narrowly avoided Nami's flying slash. But he still didn't completely dodge it, his jagged nose was directly split in half by the flying slash. Ah damn it, Nami, I'm going to kill you. The dragon yelled, feeling the pain of the broken jagged nose. Dragon, you have no chance. After swinging a flying slash towards the dragon, Nami completely broke the original fear of the dragon in his heart. At this moment, Nami looked at the evil dragon with a cold gaze, and fell directly from the air, holding the famous knife in his hand, to kill the evil dragon and the murlocs of the evil dragon pirate group. The famous knife in Nami's hand is the last of the 3 good knives forged by Lin Meng before. After she was able to swing flying slash, Lin Meng gave it to her. Nami named the name of the knife, Cut Fish. It can be seen that she hates the evil dragon and the gang of murlocs and pirates. Nami swung a knife, the dragon and a group of murlocs wanted to fight. But in the face of Nami, whose strength has reached the level of a swordsman and a city destroyer, all their resistance is in vain. The famous knife cuts the fish and drinks the blood of the murlocs at this moment. The evil dragon was directly cut into pieces of fish. The other murlocs also failed to escape, and all died under Nami's fish-killing knife. At this time, Nami, who had just experienced her adoptive mother being killed by a dragon, was not like the little thieves' cat Nami who had endured for many years in Lin Meng's memory and had already become a little numb and resigned to her fate. What's more, she also has the strength to take revenge herself. And under Lin Meng's teaching, Nami also deeply understands the concept of revenge for revenge, kindness for kindness, and the concept of never forgiving enemies. Unlike Lin Meng's memory, after following Luffy, he was able to let go of the evil dragon gang who killed his mother and enemies. One of them was not killed, but he was handed over to Marine and put in prison. So, that's Nami, right? Ah, those on the ground are evil dragons, the evil dragon is dead. Nami, she actually killed the dragon. Ha ha ha, the dragon is finally dead, that's great. A group of villagers in Kakosha village, holding shovels and harpoons, came to the dragon paradise as if they were dead. Unexpectedly, when I came in, I saw that the evil dragon and all the murlocs had been chopped into fish pieces, and the blood of the fish was flowing on the ground. And Nami, a small figure holding a famous blood-stained knife, stands between the fish pieces and the blood. Immediately, the villagers of this group of Kakosha village were stunned. Then someone exclaimed, and some even cried out with joy. Nami, Nami. At this time, a girl with blue short hair squeezed out from the crowd, rushed to Nami, hugged Nami, worried, Nami, are you okay? Are you injured? Nyokijeo, I avenged Belmir. Nami said with a smile looking at the blue-haired girl. Night. The villagers of Kakosha village held a bonfire banquet to celebrate the dragon being killed by Nami. At the invitation of Nami, Lin Meng and Kuina also attended the banquet, ate some food and drank some wine. At this time, at Nami's home, Nami and Nyokijeo talked about their experiences during this period, especially after meeting Lin Meng. Nyokijeo listened from the side, his eyes sparkled, and he was very envious of Nami's experience. That's great, Nami, in this way, you can realize your dream. Nyokijeo said with a gratified smile. Nami looked at Nyokijeo and said, Nyokijeo, why don't you go on board with me? I'll go and beg Lin Meng, he should agree. Haha, Nami, thank you very much, but I'm just an ordinary village girl, and I still have an orange grove to take care of, so don't bother Lin Meng. Nyokijeo felt a little moved in his heart. But she thought about it and found that there was nothing special about herself. Unlike Nami, who has excellent sailing talent, nor has strong strength, joining in hastily will only be a burden. So Nyokijeo refused. Haha, don't bother, your cooking skills are good, and there is a lack of a cook on board. Lin Meng, who was sitting outside, eating and drinking with Kuina, heard Nami talking with Nyokijeo in the room, and said. Chapter 36. Lin Meng didn't intend to listen to the conversation between Nami and Nyokijeo either. However, he was sitting outside the door. With his strength, there is basically no difference across a door. So, after hearing the conversation between Nami and Nyokijeo, Lin Meng spoke directly. Now, after breaking through, Lin Meng has passed the stage where he needs to eat a lot of food to improve his strength. When he is free, Lin Meng is ready to improve his quality of life, and enjoying delicious food is one of them. Nyokijeo's culinary skills are not bad. After some training, he might become a top chef. Therefore, if Nyokijeo wanted to, Lin Meng agreed with her to go on board. Really? Oh Ni-chan, you are so kind. Nami said excitedly first. Then she looked at Nyokijeo, Nyokijeo, brother Lin Meng has already nodded, why don't you hurry up and agree? Then, please take care of me from now on. Nyokijeo glanced at Nami, then bowed and said to Lin Meng and Kuina outside the door. You don't need to be so respectful, just be normal. Looking at Nyokijeo who was a bit reserved, Lin Meng smiled and waved his hands. The next day. Outside Kakosha village, on the sea. On the deck of the original Golden Lion's big ship, Nami and Nyokijao waved and bid farewell to the villagers of Kakosha village. Nami, Nyakigao, you don't need to worry too much, they have all learned the Haki martial art created by me, and they will have enough strength to protect the village in the future. Lin Meng looked at Nami and Nyokijao and said with a smile. Last night, at the banquet, Lin Meng passed Haki martial arts to the villagers of Kakosha village. It is a reward for their courage to fight against the dragon during the day. Well, Oni-chan, I see. Nami nodded and asked after recovering, next, where are we going? Not far away, there is an island where the base of the 16th branch of Marine is located. Go there first. Lin Meng said, then, go directly to the windmill village of Goa Kingdom. After finishing speaking, Lin Meng put his hands on the deck, and the whole ship floated up from the sea. The ship is flying, it's amazing. Nyokijao, who saw her for the first time, said in shock. Nyokijao, Oni-chan is very, very powerful. Nami said with a smile. The ship is flying. Wow, such a big ship can actually fly. Sure enough, I knew that little brother Lin Meng is not an ordinary person. Belmir would be gratified if Nami and Nyakigao can follow such a big man. On the bank of Kakixia village, the villagers seeing off saw the boat flying from the sea, and they were also extremely shocked. The island where the Marine 16th branch base is located. The dragon is dead. Or was it killed by a little girl? What a waste, the Murlocs are indeed lowly creatures. It seems that I need to find another pirate who can make me money. In the chief's office at the base, a Marine colonel with a mouse-like face looked at the information he had just received and cursed. The reason why the dragon pirates were able to dominate in more than 20 villages such as Kakosha village for such a long time without being wiped out by Marine is all due to the help of Colonel Mouse. This was something that Lin Meng suddenly recalled during the banquet last night. Therefore, before he took Nami and Nyokijao to leave, he planned to help them and wipe out the cancer of Colonel Mouse. Soon, Lin Meng's flying ship appeared over the base island of the 16th branch of Marine. Oni sauce, it's too hateful. Is this the Mouse Colonel and the dragon working together? Nami looked down at Marine Base Island Road. On the way, Lin Meng also told about Colonel Mouse. Nami and Nyokijao were very angry. Lin Meng, do you need my help? Kuina couldn't see a scum like Colonel Mouse the most. No, this time, I plan to do it myself and try my own strength. Lin Meng said with a smile. Okay. Kuina regretted that she couldn't kill the scum with her own hands. Great, I haven't seen Oni-chan do it himself. Nami said happily. Nyokijao also looked at Lin Meng curiously. Lin Meng looked at the marine base below, and sensed where Colonel Mouse was. Afterwards, Lin Meng slowly drew out the sword at his waist to slay the dragon, feeling it in his heart. You have sorted out your own swordsmanship, you have some insights, you have comprehended Immortal Slash. Immortal Slash, after using it, the sword chi slashed will have the characteristic of indestructibility, and the damage caused is indelible. At this moment, he realized a powerful sword skill. Comprehending the sword skills he had just comprehended, Lin Meng waved the dragon-slaying sword and swung it towards the marine base island below. Immortal Cut. A slash that looked very similar to a flying slash flew down. The marine base and the island where it was located were instantly cut in half by the slash. At the same time, the power of the slash continued downward. The sea is split. The bottom shell under the deep sea was also split in the blink of an eye. The magma surged up under the mantle, rushing out along the huge sword marks that suddenly appeared above. But after a while, the magma was suppressed by an indestructible characteristic on the huge sword mark, unable to flow out of the sword mark. At this moment, where the marine base and the island were originally located, there is only a terrifying sword mark running through the sea. Sea water poured into this huge sword mark, but it could never fill the sword mark. Wow, Oni-chan, good, that's amazing. Nami stared wide-eyed, looking at the huge sword marks that suddenly appeared below, and said in shock. It was also the first time for Kuina to see Lin Meng make a move after the breakthrough. Seeing such a terrifying and indelible sword mark, she clenched her hands. Is this Lin Meng's strength? It seems that I still need to work harder. Nyokijao had already opened her mouth wide, not knowing what to say. It was the first time for her, who was short-sighted, to see such a shocking scene. Not bad. Lin Meng retracted the sword, smiled, and looked at the huge sword mark below. He felt something in his heart. The huge sword marks created by this indestructible slash will be like the abyssal pit below an ice lobby, which can never be filled by sea water. Go, next, go to Windmill Village. Lin Meng turned his head and said to Kuina and the other women. Grand Line. Marine Fort. Naval Headquarters. What? The 16th branch of Marine in East Blue was wiped out with a sword. There is still a huge abyss sword mark left. Are you sure you're not joking? Marshal's Mansion, Marine Marshal Sengoku, was shocked when he saw the information he had just received from East Blue. He is not sure whether these news are true, because it is too outrageous. However, when the video phone bug played the picture of the indestructible sword mark that couldn't be filled with seawater, it was as huge as an abyss. Marine Admiral Sengoku had to believe that all this was true. What? The attack came from an airship. You see a ship that can fly in the sky, such important news, why didn't you say it earlier? At this time, Sengoku, who got some information again through the phone bug, yelled at the phone bug. Then he looked at Garp who was sitting in his office and was eating his senbei, and asked, Garp, are you sure the one you caught is the Golden Lion? Chapter 37. Haha, Sengoku, although Shiki is crazy, I can still tell the truth from the fake. Garp ate a senbei and laughed. Then he looked at the picture sent by the video phone bug, narrowed his eyes slightly, and said, "This abyss-like sword mark is very similar to the abyss pit below the N-Ice lobby. Is this really caused by human power? Garp is very clear that his full blow is enough to destroy the island. This is already the peak combat power in the world as far as he knows. Even Roger, the former One Piece King, is not much stronger than him. But even with such strength, there is absolutely no ability to create a sword mark similar to the abyss in the picture. Can the sword hero's flying slash create such a terrifying abyssal sword mark?" Garp suspects that the sailors in East Blue are short-sighted and must have misunderstood. After all, my hawk, the world's #1 swordsman, does not have such an ability. But, listen to the message from the front. This was indeed caused by a flying slash from a flying ship. Someone swung a sword. Near the destroyed marine base in East Blue, there were some warships that were not in port before that. The sailors on these warships were lucky enough to escape the catastrophe. At the same time, they also witnessed the scene of Lin Meng cutting the sea and destroying the island with his sword. For these lucky sailors who survived, Lin Meng was not in trouble. His purpose was just to kill Colonel Mouse. Because of this, Naval Headquarters was able to quickly learn the news of the demise of the East Blue Marine Base. Since the Golden Lion has been captured, what happened to this flying ship? Sengoku looked at Garp suspiciously. As far as they know, only the Golden Lion's lion fruit ability can make ships fly in the air. But now, the Golden Lion has been imprisoned in Impel Down. In fact, since Golden Lion was captured by Garp, he has been tied to Sea Stone, in order to prevent Golden Lion from escaping again, until impelled down and imprisoned in eternal hell. The Sea Stone on Golden Lion did not loosen a bit. Plus the Golden Lion himself doesn't say either. So until now, except for Lin Meng and others, no one else knows that Golden Lion's devil fruit has been stripped. I don't know, why don't you go to Impel Down and ask Shiki? Garp spread his hands, thought about it, recalled Shiki's crazy words, and continued, that BD Shiki must know something, but he's crazy now, so he probably won't tell us. Sengoku, this is no longer something Marine can handle, let the world government handle it. Hearing Garp's suggestion, Sengoku thought it was indeed a solution. So Sengoku quickly reported the matter to 5 elders and let them deal with it. Holy Land, Marie Joyce, Pangu City, right between. The 5 elders attached great importance to the information reported by Marine Marshal Sengoku and quickly gathered together. What do you think of the abyss sword mark in the photo? Shepherd 10 Peter Saint with short blonde hair said in a shocked tone. The power that can create this sword mark is already comparable to American treasures. The bearded topman Woki Olasheng said seriously. I feel a strong sword intent in this sword mark, which is indeed caused by the power of a strong swordsman. Said Zimbalong V Nasu Langsheng, wearing a white robe, bald head, wearing glasses and holding the first generation dish in his hand. What instructions does Lord Im have? Asked Marcus Moss-san of the herringbone beard. My lord didn't say anything, just wait and see what happens. Jagarsha Satan said. The 5 elders gathered together, discussing the East Blue Abyss sword scar incident with heavy faces. A strong man with this kind of power will not be willing to be lonely, he will act again. Perhaps, we have to make countermeasures to deal with the situation that may confront him. This is already a powerhouse beyond our knowledge, and must be treated with caution. I can feel that the times are undercurrents. Is it the reason for the arrival of the time close to the prophecy? Lin Meng still doesn't know the shock he caused to Marine Marshal Sengoku and 5 elders with a random sword swing. Of course, even if he knew, he didn't care. Oni-chan, the windmill village is here, it's just below. On the deck of the flying ship, Nami pointed down and said. Finally here, Windmill Village. Lin Meng sighed. Then the flying ship landed not far from Windmill Village, a port in Goya Kingdom. Mr. Lin Meng, the wood of the treasure tree atom you need, we have already prepared it. These shipwrights are master craftsmen with superb craftsmanship. You can tell them your ideas on ship transformation. As soon as the ship landed and docked at the port, a Revolutionary Army cadre came up and said respectfully. These are the things that Lin Meng and Long negotiated and traded before. My ship will be handed over to you for the time being. Kuina, Nami, and Yokijao, talk to these shipwrights about your idea of boat renovation. Then, you can go to the Kingdom of Goa and purchase some supplies. I have something to do, let's leave the meeting first. Lin Meng said to the crowd. Okay. Kuina nodded. Nami and Yokijao also nodded, then they enthusiastically told the shipbuilder their ideas about the ship's transformation. The Revolutionary Army is developing well, and the dragon seems to have learned the art of slaying dragons in depth. Walking in the town of the Goa Kingdom, Lin Meng observed the next 4 weeks, feeling emotional in his heart. Lin Meng is clear about the current development of the Revolutionary Army. According to the dragon-slaying technique he gave, Long realized that the Revolutionary Army should first liberate the people to lift the kingship of various countries, then surround the Red Line with the 4 seas, and finally attack the Red Line with force, violently overthrowing the idea of the world government. And it has been implemented, and it has been effective. Like the Kingdom of Goa, although it still seems to be ruled by the royal family and nobles. But in fact, the royal family and nobles of King Goa have all been controlled by the Revolutionary Army. Those who are disobedient will be replaced directly. It is difficult to discover the actual situation of the Kingdom of Goa with the extensive management of the franchise countries by the world government. Now the strength of the Revolutionary Army hidden in the world is enough to compete with the world government. Regarding the development of the Revolutionary Army, Lin Meng just nodded, his path is only for longevity and eternity, not to save the world. Saving the world is a great thing and should be handed over to the savior. Savior, let Luffy do it. Lin Meng said softly, I just need to get more merits that will allow me to practice in the process of Luffy detonating this great change in the future. Soon, Lin Meng walked into a primeval forest. Following the path discovered by observation Haki, after a while, Lin Meng's figure appeared under a giant tree with the ASL pirate flag hanging on it. Is this the secret base of the three Luffy brothers? This can be regarded as a check-in for a scenic spot. Lin Meng looked at the scene in front of him and smiled. Ace, our secret base has been discovered. The treasure and Bailey we hide in the base won't be discovered. Not far away, hiding in the grass, Luffy wearing a straw hat looked at Lin Meng under the tree and said worriedly. It's someone I haven't seen before. But since he discovered our secret base, he can only be blamed for being unlucky. Luffy, don't make a sound, wait for me to find a chance to knock him out. At that time, we will move Bailey who is hiding in the base away. Ace with a little tit on his cheeks, Madara, held a steel water pipe in his hand, held his breath, stared at the back of Lin Meng's head, looking for an opportunity, and hit him with a water pipe. Lin Meng's knowledge have already found Luffy and Ace hiding in the grass. Hearing what Ace said, he secretly laughed in his heart. Has Ace been so brave since he was a child? I haven't figured out the situation, but I want to do it to me. So brave, it seems that the catastrophe in the future has been doomed by his character. Of course, Lin Meng is not yet able to make a move on Ace. However, if the Summit War happens in the future, he may contribute to the flames. Even if the future changes, Lin Meng may write the script himself and direct a Summit War for him. Anyway, with Lin Meng around, Ace can't escape the Summit War. As for whether Ace will live or die at that time, it depends on his own luck. Lin Meng doesn't care. After thinking about it, Lin Meng deliberately left a hole in his back and tested it. Brave Ace seized the opportunity, jumped out of the grass with a steel hose in his hand, raised the hose, and knocked Lin Meng on the back of the head quickly and ruthlessly. However, at the next moment, Lin Meng gently raised his hand, and immediately grasped the steel water pipe. With a strong force, the water pipe was directly crushed. You. Seeing this scene, Ace looked at Lin Meng in horror. Not only did you dare to think, but you actually dared to do it. Alas, Ace, your doom is already doomed, no wonder me. Lin Meng sighed softly. Originally, I wanted to give him a chance, but since I didn't cherish it, then Ace's future Summit War must be doomed. Then Lin Meng stared slightly, and the conqueror shocked, instantly stunned Ace. What did you do to Ace? Seeing Ace fainted, Luffy jumped out of the grass in a hurry, punched Lin Meng. Chapter 38. He's fine, just passed out temporarily. Lin Meng smiled and raised his hand to hold Luffy's rubber-like fist. Real? Is Ace all right? Luffy asked in surprise. Of course. Lin Meng laughed. Your name is Luffy, right? That's right, my name is Monkey D. Luffy, and I'm the man who is going to become One Piece. Luffy nodded and shouted seriously. Seeing Luffy yelling this sentence in person, Lin Meng couldn't help but smile in his heart. Good momentum, pirate, Wong Luffy. Since you want to be the pirate king, you don't have enough strength. Lin Meng looked at Luffy and said, Luffy, look at me. Unexpectedly, when the young Luffy heard Lin Meng's words, he raised his head directly and stared at Lin Meng with staring eyes. Haha, interesting, as expected of you. Lin Meng laughed, then stared at Luffy, and through teleportation, directly transmitted Haki martial arts to his mind. Hey? What's going on? How did this information come out of my brain? Did you do it? Luffy noticed the Haki martial arts information popping up in his mind, and looked at Lin Meng suspiciously. Lin Meng smiled and nodded. Yes, next, it's time to charge interest. Luffy wishes you a sweet dream. Just finished speaking, Lin Meng used conquerors to stun Luffy as well. Nika, the legendary liberation fighter and the sun god of the pirate world. Lin Meng whispered in his heart, recalling the information about the Nika fruit in his memory. He is very interested in Nika, the sun god of the pirate world. Lin Meng was thinking in his heart, and at the same time walked to the side of the fainted Luffy, and sat down cross-legged. Release observation Haki, invade Luffy's body, and perceive the devil fruit ability in the form of Zoan, human fruit, phantom beast, and Nika in his body. You have analyzed and comprehended the ability of Nika fruit, you have an epiphany, you have comprehended the rubber physique. Rubber physique, you can make your body parts expand and contract like rubber. You have analyzed and comprehended the ability of the Nika fruit, comprehended the sun information in it, and combined with your own understanding of the sun, you have comprehended the sun body training technique. Sun body refining technique, practicing under the sun during the day can absorb solar energy and strengthen the body. You have deeply analyzed and comprehended the ability of Nika fruit, comprehended the sun information in it, combined with your understanding of the sun and related practice knowledge, you have an epiphany, and you have comprehended the law of heaven and earth, the sun god. Faxiong Tiandi sun god, after using it, it becomes the sun god, its body size is enlarged by 10 times, its strength is increased by 10 times, the whole body is wrapped in the real fire of the sun, and all parts of the body can be stretched freely. It's done, Faxiong Tiandi sun god. Lin Meng slowly opened his eyes, and his eyes flashed past. Through analyzing and comprehending the fruit of Nika in Luffy's body, he comprehended the Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god. Faxiong Tiandi sun god has some abilities similar to the awakened Nika fruit, but it also has Lin Meng's own understanding in it. Just like the real fire of the sun, it is the ability that Lin Meng perceives exclusively. Lin Meng raised his hand, and a pure golden flame ignited on his palm. This is the real fire of the sun. After comprehension, even if you don't use the Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god, you can still use the real fire of the Sunday. The real sun fire I have mastered is definitely no worse than Mara fruit. Lin Meng glanced at Ace lying unconscious on the other side, and couldn't help thinking. Putting away the real sun fire in his hand, Lin Meng thought of the sun body refining technique he had comprehended before. This is a way to improve your physical fitness through solar energy. Lin Meng has already realized that even with his current strength, he can improve his physique through the sun body refining technique. The improvement of physical fitness can also drive the growth of source qi. In this way, in addition to the Zhuanai Yuan Dan method, Lin Meng has another cultivation method to indirectly increase the source qi. Dragon, since you are here, come out. At this moment, Lin Meng sensed a strange wind and said. Following Lin Meng's voice fell. A gust of wind condensed in Lin Meng's sight, and the figure of Monkey D Dragon condensed into shape from the wind. Lin Meng, long time no see. Long greeted with a smile. It's true that I haven't seen you for a while. Lin Meng smiled and said, you are worried about your son Luffy, don't worry, he just fell asleep. Long nodded, he was actually more curious about why Lin Meng came to find Luffy. From Long's point of view, no matter what Lin Meng does, he seems to have his own purpose. Although these purposes of Lin Meng are sometimes difficult for ordinary people to understand. Lin Meng saw Long's doubts and smiled. Then pick out some information about Nika Fruit, the sun god, and joy boy of the new era, and tell the dragon. Luffy is the joey boy of this era. Monkey D Dragon looked in shock at Luffy who lay unconscious on the ground. That's right, that's why I came here to meet him before going to the Grand Line. Lin Meng nodded. It's still unbelievable. Long looked at the foolish Luffy carefully, and murmured. Lin Meng smiled, got up and walked to Long, patted him on the shoulder, and said, Long, get ready, a new era is coming. After speaking, Lin Meng turned and left. A new era, Lin Meng, are you finally willing to be lonely and come out to stir up trouble? Monkey D Dragon looked at Lin Meng's back and said. A week later. The ship has been refitted. Lin Meng took Kuina, Nami, and Nyokijo aboard the brand new boat. The whole ship has a spacious captain's cabin, and the beds and quilts inside are brand new and high-quality items. In terms of decoration and other aspects, Kuina is arranged according to Lin Meng's preferences and habits. In addition, there are spacious living room, multifunctional kitchen, nautical drawing room, practice room, storage room, etc. All have been remodeled. Oni-chan, look, how is the ship remodeled? Nami said excitedly. Not bad. Lin Meng checked the boat and nodded with satisfaction. In addition to the 3 women Lin Meng and Kuina on board, there were 7 waitresses who did not leave. After docking at the Kingdom of Goa, Lin Meng dismissed the waiters and technicians on the original ship. Most of them found their way home with the help of the Revolutionary Army. However, there are also 7 waitresses who don't know where their home is, or have no home, so they stay and continue to serve as waiters on the ship. These 7 maids will be responsible for the daily cleaning and other sundries on board. So, set sail and head for the Grand Line. After inspecting the new ship, Lin Meng said to Kuina and others. Brother Lin Meng, there is one more thing you didn't do. Nami said with a smile. That's right. Kuina nodded in agreement. Nyokijo also nodded. Hey? What's the matter, I haven't done it yet. Lin Meng looked at the 3 daughters of Nami in doubt. Come up with a name, give our ship a name, Oni-chan. Nami said loudly. Chapter 39. Indeed, it's time to give the ship a name. Hearing Nami's words, Lin Meng thought. So, Oni-chan, have you decided on a name yet? Nami asked curiously. Let's call it Eternal. Lin Meng thought for a while and said. Eternity, sounds good. Nami nodded. Kuina and Nyokijo also nodded in agreement. Okay, Eternity, set sail. Lin Meng said with a smile. Okay, Captain. The 3 girls responded immediately. Nyokijo, this 99 vitality menu, if you study it carefully, it can improve your cooking skills. After Eternity left the port, Lin Meng took out a menu and handed it to Nyokijo. This menu is what Lin Meng got from Ivankov. Sanji, the future chef of the Straw Hats, studied this menu during his 2-year training. This menu records such delicacies and special production methods. Lin Meng is very grateful. Nyokijo said happily. Nyokijo, you're welcome, just relax. Lin Meng said with a smile, then looked at Nami and said, Nami, there are a lot of nautical books collected in the nautical drawing room, and those are for you. Really, thank you, Oni-chan. Nami said in surprise, and then ran excitedly, I'll go to the drawing room first. Kuina, this supreme sword is for you. Lin Meng looked at Kuina again, and handed over a famous knife of the highest 12-level sword. This supreme sword was forged by Lin Meng during his ship renovation. The supreme sharp knife. Lin Meng, you are too kind. Kuina looked at the supreme sharp knife handed over by Lin Meng, her eyes lit up, and she couldn't put it down. Lin Meng smiled. Later, Lin Meng passed on Haki martial arts to the 7 waitresses on the ship through teleportation, and another person gave a bottle of body-strengthening potion. Since these young waitresses chose to stay on board, they are considered their own people, and some benefits that should be given must be arranged. The human body-strengthening potion was also prepared by Lin Meng after obtaining materials through the Revolutionary Army channel during this period of time. Although the body-strengthening potion has no effect on him now, it can still be used to strengthen Nami and the others. Therefore, Lin Meng allocated 100 bottles in a row and specially stored them in the captain's cabin. Thank you, Captain. Long live the captain! Captain, you are awesome! The 7 young waitresses shouted excitedly after receiving the benefits from Lin Meng. Some even dared to take advantage of Lin Meng. After completing a wave of welfare distribution for eternity's departure, Lin Meng sat cross-legged on the deck. Basking in the sun, the body absorbs solar energy, the sun body refining technique is also running in his body, using solar energy to temper his body. 3 days later. The endless sea. Eternity is sailing on the sea. Although it can make the eternity float and sail in the sky. But sometimes, Lin Meng will also put eternity down and sail on the sea for a while. The 4th Dao pattern on Yuandan is completely condensed. Sitting cross-legged on the deck, basking in the sun, Lin Meng opened his eyes with joy on his face. Under the double practice of Zhuanai Yuandanfa and sun body refining technique, the 4th Dao pattern on his Yuandan was completely condensed and formed. There are still 5 Dao patterns left, which is another step towards the completion of the second turn realm. Lin Meng, your cold drink. At this time, Niu Qi came over with a bottle of cold drink on top and handed it to Lin Meng. Well, it's refreshing. Lin Meng took a sip and immediately felt refreshed physically and mentally. Putting down the cold drink bottle, Lin Meng said with a smile, Niu Qi, your skills have improved again. Haha, isn't it? I'm also very happy to make you feel satisfied. Niu Qi smiled softly, then turned around and handed the rest of the cold drinks to the others. Seeing that Niu Qi gradually lost his restraint, Lin Meng nodded with a smile. Now Yuandan has 4 Dao patterns, and it will take some time for the 5th Dao pattern to condense. With the assistance of sun body refining technique, the efficiency of cultivation has really improved a lot. During this period of time, Lin Meng was able to condense Yuandan's 4th Dao pattern so quickly, thanks to the sun body refining technique. If more solar energy can be absorbed each time, the efficiency should be higher. Lin Meng couldn't help thinking. Soon, this idea, like an inspiration, made Lin Meng understand. He stood up and looked up at the sun high in the sky. After a little thought, Lin Meng lifted up in one step, leaving the deck of the eternity directly, appearing on the sea not far away. Oni-chan, what are you doing? Nami, who was drawing and studying the charts in the nautical drawing room, noticed Lin Meng standing on the sea outside through the window, and looked over curiously. In the training room, Kuina, who was sitting cross-legged on the floor and was consuming armament Haki to sharpen the supreme sword, was also attracted by Lin Meng's actions. Kuina stood up, walked out of the room, stood on the aisle outside the room, and looked at Lin Meng standing on the sea. In the kitchen, Niu Qi, who was researching and making drinks, and her 7 waitresses who were doing chores, were gradually attracted by Lin Meng standing on the sea. At this moment, Lin Meng seemed to emit a bright golden light. Very bright and attractive. Next moment, Lin Meng's body began to grow bigger while shining with golden light. In the blink of an eye, it reached a height of more than 20 meters. Standing in the air on the sea, Lin Meng is like a little giant emitting golden light. Wow, Oni-chan has become so big and sparkling. Nami said in shock with golden light reflected in his eyes. What kind of power is this? Kuina was also shocked. Lin Meng has become a giant of light. Niu Qi was completely stunned. She knew very well that Lin Meng was very powerful, but she never expected that it would be so outrageous, it was far beyond her perception. Is this my Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god? It's completely different from the awakened Nika fruit. Lin Meng looked at the body exuding bright golden light and said in surprise. He didn't expect that after using the Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god, the golden sun's real fire would directly wrap around his whole body. This made Lin Meng look like his whole body was shining with golden light. With a little understanding, the real sun fires that wrapped around Lin Meng Mingyu's body can be put away. It's good to put it away. Lin Meng nodded, but there is no need to put it away for the time being. Looking up at the sun in the sky, Lin Meng took a deep breath. Afterwards, he maintained the form of the Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god, fell into comprehension. At the same time, the knowledge books related to swallowing accumulated in the soul library quickly and automatically emerge, and they are opened silently. You comprehend the form of the sun god, recall the relevant information about devouring, you have an epiphany, you comprehend the technique of swallowing the sun and eclipsing the sun day swallowing heaven and eclipse sun art, after opening the Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god form, you can forcibly swallow and plunder the energy of the Sunday. Chapter 40. It's done. See how it works. Lin Meng whispered in his heart. In the form of Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god. Lin Meng looked up and looked at the clear sky. He breathed a sigh of relief, and then directly used the sky swallowing eclipse technique. Swallowing the sky and eclipsing the sun is just a name given by Lin Meng based on some of its characteristics after he realized this ability. Of course, it is impossible to swallow the sky and the sun now. Of course, if Lin Meng's strength breaks through to a higher level of the 9-turn longevity method in the future, perhaps the swallowing sky and eclipse sun technique can be improved by him to a level worthy of the name. Currently, not yet. But enough. With Lin Meng using the sky swallowing sun spell. All of a sudden. In the sky, the solar energy irradiated by the sun starts from Lin Meng's position and continuously gathers towards his body. Soon, apart from the bright sunshine within 100 meters of Lin Meng's location, the sunlight outside is gradually dimming because it is continuously being condensed and swallowed by Lin Meng's sky swallowing eclipse technique. The pace of this bleakness is getting faster and faster. Moreover, it is spreading to the surrounding area based on Lin Meng's position, kilometer, 10,000 meters, east blue, north blue, south blue, west blue, grand line, red line. At noon, the sun was hanging high, and the whole world was gradually becoming dark. Soon, all the sunlight in the pirate world disappeared, and the whole world was in darkness. At this moment, Lin Meng is already immersed in his practice. The sun body training technique absorbs the concentrated solar energy and continuously runs to temper Lin Meng's body. But at this moment, the whole world, because of the disappearance of the sun, suddenly darkened, and panicked. Why is it getting dark all of a sudden? What happened? Is it evening? How is it possible? It's only noon, and I haven't had lunch yet. Ordinary people in One Piece world watched in horror as the sky suddenly turned black. Marshal Sengoku, according to reports from various bases, the entire world has gone dark. Naval headquarters, in the Marshal's office, a communications marine reports to Marine Marshal Sengoku. Understood, you go down first. Marine Admiral Sengoku, with a sigh, waved his hand. Then, Sengoku looked at Garp, who was sitting beside him, and asked, Garp, do you feel it? Well, Sengoku, I also felt that a very powerful energy body suddenly rose in the direction of East Blue. It was too surging, far beyond my imagination. With the appearance of this powerful energy body, the sky suddenly turned black. The two must be related. Garp said with a serious face. East Blue, it's East Blue again, what happened in this world? Sengoku said a little madly. Some time ago, East Blue suddenly appeared, an unknown event that could make the world's powerhouses feel inexplicably. Not long after, the Abyss Sword Mark incident that should be impossible to create by current manpower appeared again. These two things are still understood by the strong and some related personnel who have contacted Marine and world government. Most ordinary people don't realize it at all. But now, the whole world is dark, this is a big event affecting the whole world. Sengoku has a bad feeling, if they don't figure out what's going on, next time, their marine may be out of luck. Holy Land, Marie Joyce, Pangu City, right between. The five elders are brought together again because of a sudden global darkness. It's the unknown strong man, has he started to act? From such a distance, I can feel the existence of that terrifying energy body on the East Blue side. Except for Lord Im, shouldn't there be such a terrifying existence in this world? Such an existence is too dangerous, too unstable, and will shake the rule of the world government. Now you can detect the location of the terrifying energy emitted by this strong man. Do you want to use the national treasure to destroy him in advance? Don't, if you don't know the tendency of this existence, attack him rashly. If you can't eliminate it, we will face a terrifying enemy, and Lord Im will not allow it. Still according to Lord Im's instructions, wait and see what happens. This powerful existence, what exactly does he want to do? With the knowledge of the five elders, they clearly realized that the unknown strong man hovering in East Blue is not something they can provoke. It is precisely because of this that five elders was very worried before knowing the thoughts of the unknown strong man. Father, something big happened, it's getting dark. Goo la 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 la, isn't it the night now? No, it's not this kind of normal night, Dad, the first half of the Grand Line, the original day, suddenly turned dark. Right now, the whole world is in darkness. The Whitebeard pirates were also talking about it in shock. Whitebeard watched the discussion of his sons below, squinted, and looked in the direction of East Blue involuntarily. Even in the second half of the Grand Line, he could feel the surging power of East Blue that shocked him. In the second half of the Grand Line, the original hemisphere was in darkness. But as the other hemisphere suddenly darkened during the day, the impact was too great. Soon all the forces in the sea area in the second half of the Grand Line also learned of the situation. The forces of all parties are discussing the event of global blackening in horror. This global dark event has been going on for a whole day. On the water next to eternity, Lin Meng in the form of Faxiongtiandi Sun God slowly opened his eyes and finished the sky-swallowing eclipse spell. At this time, it was already noon the next day. After he withdrew from the eclipse, the darkness outside suddenly disappeared, and the sun reappeared, illuminating the world. The whole world, because the sun appeared again, countless people wept with joy. Some confiscated and stopped. Be more careful next time. Lin Meng said softly, even if he didn't understand it, he knew that the use of the heaven-swallowing eclipse technique this time would definitely have a very big impact. But it doesn't matter. After devouring the energy of the sun for a whole day, the results of the sun body refining technique are also very gratifying. Lin Meng looked inside the Denshin, on the source Dan, the fifth Dao pattern was already clearly visible. As long as there are 2 or 3 more eclipses, the fifth Dao pattern can be fully formed. Not only that. With the condensing of a large amount of solar energy this time, Lin Meng felt something in his heart. You have realized the radiation information in the energy of the sun, combined with your understanding of the sun, you have comprehended the information radiation technique. Information radiation technique, after using it, you will be able to radiate the information you want to convey like a sunlight source. Anyone who looks at you will automatically receive the information you radiate. At this time, have crossed the calm belt, from the second half of the Grand Line to the Red Hair Pirates in East Blue. It's daybreak. Ah, I've never felt that the day is so beautiful. Very good. As the darkness disappeared, the pirate members on the Red Hair Pirates suddenly said pleasantly that surging and powerful source of energy is just ahead. Ben Beckman, smoking a cigarette, said, Shanks, it's not a good choice to rush before you understand the situation. Haha, after all, we still have to figure out what happened. And the identity of that strong man? Don't worry, I know it well. I have a hunch that there will be unexpected discoveries this time. Shanks said with a smile. Chapter 41. Information Radiation Technique. Lin Meng said softly, with this, it will be much easier to preach to the world. Just like the name of the information radiation technique. At that time, as long as Lin Meng releases the Haki martial arts information he created, anyone who sees his figure will be radiated by the Haki martial arts information. Haki Budo information will invade their minds and cannot be removed. Coupled with the fact that Lin Meng has updated the latest version of the powerful and corrosive Haki Budo, it won't take long for Haki Budo to spread throughout the world. And this is just the correct usage of the information radiation technique. If the information radiation technique is used in evil ways, Lin Meng can be exactly like those unsightly and indescribable existences in his previous life memories. Release all kinds of messy and polluted information through information radiation. If people look at it, they will be insane, and even the body will become weird, and it will develop in a weird direction. At that time, it is not impossible to open the pirate version of Fulhu. Of course, this idea only flashed in Lin Meng's mind, and then he dismissed it. Lin Meng still regards One Piece World as his exclusive farmland at present, and he will not mess around until he breaks through the realm of rank 9 longevity method and rank 4. As for after the breakthrough, we will talk about it later. Standing in the air on the sea, Lin Meng was thinking. At this time, with his knowledge and perception, he noticed that not far from the east, there was a pirate ship sailing in his direction. Red hair pirates. Okay, let's experiment with you. With a little perception, Lin Meng detected the situation of the pirate ship clearly, and whispered in his heart. Then he releases the message of Haki Budo, opening the information radiation technique. Immediately, Lin Meng, who was still in the form of Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god, emitted a bright golden light with special radiation information attached. On board the Eternal. Whether it's Kuina 3 women, or 7 waitresses. Because they have all learned Haki martial arts, they didn't react much to the radiation information emitted by Lin Meng. However, the pirates on the red hair pirates sailing here are different. Red hair pirates, relying on Shanks and Ben Beckman, the perception of these strong men gradually approached Lin Meng's position. Because after Lin Meng opened Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god, he didn't deliberately hide his aura. The aura unique to him who breaks through the limit of the world and opens the way has an inexplicable attraction to the strong who are at the apex of the pirate world. Therefore, a strong man at the level of the pirate emperor, such as Shanks, can perceive the existence of Lin Meng with his heart. It is because of this perception that the red hair pirates who just came to East Blue were able to rush to Lin Meng's location in the first place. A few minutes ago, when the figure of Lin Meng's Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god form appeared in the sight of red hair pirates, the whole red hair pirates is seething. Head, do you believe there is a god in this world? The fat man Lazy Lu, who was holding a big chicken leg in his hand, stared blankly at the giant who exuded bright golden light, and asked dumbfounded. At this moment, he even forgot to chew on the big chicken leg in his hand. This is the existence Shanks you perceive, and this is too outrageous. Lem Jones, holding a long stick in his hand, opened his mouth and murmured. Shanks, what do we do now? Do we have to rely on the past? Ben Beckman looked at the giant of light and sight, and he didn't know what to do. This has far exceeded his expectations. In his perception, the entire red hair pirates are nothing in front of this giant of light. The gap between the two sides is too great. Like giants and ants. I hope that our intrusion did not offend this strong man. Ben Beckman couldn't help thinking expectantly, otherwise, the red hair pirates may not exist until tomorrow. I don't know if there is a god, but I know that we can treat him as the real god now. Shanks also realized that it might not be a wise choice for him to rush here with the pirates and follow his feelings. Because, Shanks can clearly perceive the huge gap in strength between them and Lin Meng. However, when the red hair pirates appeared in Lin Meng's perception, the fate of their red hair pirates was no longer under their own control. And at this moment, as Lin Meng turned on the information radiation technique, all the pirates on the red-haired pirate ship who were staring at Lin Meng in the form of the god of heaven and earth in shock suddenly froze. Including Shanks, all the pirates on the red-haired pirate ship were all affected by the information radiation because they looked directly at Lin Meng, and all received Haki martial arts information in their minds. At the same time, the erosive and powerful Haki martial arts immediately circulated in their bodies, filtering out all the original Haki in their bodies, completely imprinted with the brand of Haki martial arts. Even generals like Shanks and Ben Beckman couldn't stop Haki Budo from running in their bodies. At first, the crew of red hair pirates, including Shanks, were terrified and wanted to forget the Haki martial arts information popping up in their minds. But with the Haki martial arts running in the body, the efficiency is much higher than their previous rough Haki training method, but they became excited. This Haki martial art is so strong, is this a gift from God? Holding the big chicken leg in his hand, Lacy Lu felt the Haki martial arts running in his lower body and said in shock. Wow, shit, Shanks, this Haki martial arts can actually cultivate conquerors. I have conquerors too. Yasop opened his mouth and shouted in shock. What a powerful Haki Budo. This strong man, unexpectedly passed on such a powerful Haki cultivation method to us at will. What exactly does he want to do? Ben Beckman murmured, feeling relieved at the same time. Because since this strong man passed on such powerful Haki martial arts to them, obviously, you shouldn't be offended by their intrusion. After calming down, Ben Beckman thought about the reason why this strong man spread Haki martial arts so casually. Even conquerors can be improved. Shanks also looked at the giant of light in shock at the moment. Even the well-informed Shanks was stunned at this moment, as if he had rediscovered the world. Well, the feedback Haki energy, the original energy tempered, can almost fill about 1,000th of the Dao Aquarius. As expected of the red hair pirates, the average strength of the members is strong. Just learning the Haki martial arts, they can give me so much Haki energy back. Lin Meng felt the Haki energy fed back from the red hair pirates and swallowed by the aquarium of the great Dao, calculated it, and whispered in his heart. Of course, this is also because the crew of red hair pirates is of high quality. After they first came into contact with Haki martial arts, the already good Haki in their bodies was transformed into Haki with the brand of Haki martial arts. During this process, a lot of Haki energy was fed back. And it's not a one-time deal. After this, as long as they continue to practice Haki Budo, then half of the results of Haki practice will be continuously fed back to Lin Meng. Even after death, all the Haki achievements will be given back to Lin Meng. After practicing Haki martial arts, they will completely become crops that produce Haki fruits for Lin Meng. Of course, the members of the Red Hair Pirates don't know this. At this moment, they are excitedly experiencing Haki martial arts and practicing the powerful effects of Haki. I don't know, what kind of effect will the evil method use the information radiation technique? It happens that the Red Hair Pirates are here, let's try them. Lin Meng couldn't help thinking at this moment. Although Lin Meng has abandoned the evil use of information radiation in pirate world, it is still possible to experiment a little and record relevant data. What's more, Lin Meng feels that the members of Red Hair Pirates are strong enough, so they shouldn't be spoiled by him. Chapter 42. Lin Meng had something to think about. Through the information radiation technique, the information released by the outward radiation also changes accordingly. From the practice information of Haki martial arts, it has become a variety of messy information, which also contains some chaotic practice knowledge of Lin Meng. This makes the risk of these messy information of radiation raised to another level. At this time, the Red Hair Pirates were on board. All the members of the Red-Haired Pirates were very excited because they got the Haki martial arts training method. Haha, it turns out that Haki can still cultivate like this, it's amazing. The combatant with long dark red hair and sharp fangs roared Gab, and said excitedly. God's gift is so rich, I never thought that one day, I will also have conquerors, ha ha ha. Lacey Lu excitedly gnawed the big chicken leg in his hand, and said with a smile. Lacey Lu, do you want to compare who can cultivate the conquerors better? Yasop looked at Lacey Lu with a smile. The cotters on the Red Hair Pirates were excitedly comparing the strength of their Haki. Ben Beckman took a breath and said to Shanks, Hey, Shanks, we are very lucky to meet this strong man who is friendly. Yes. Shanks nodded, and after calming down a little, he realized the power of Haki martial arts. It's just that if this Haki martial arts spreads widely, the whole world will undergo tremendous changes. Shanks, this is not something we should consider. Ben Beckman said seriously, you must not provoke this strong man for this reason. Haha, don't worry, I know it well. Shanks smiled, then looked at the giant of light ahead, and said, how about we pull the boat over and get to know this strong man? Okay, this strong man looks very friendly, so there shouldn't be any problem. Ben Beckman nodded after thinking about it. However, at this moment, with Lin Meng's random test, the information in the information radiation emitted from him changed instantly. Messy and inexplicably polluted information was radiated immediately. Ah, my head hurts so much, I feel like I'm about to grow another head like pain. The furious Gabu who happened to be looking at Lin Meng suddenly yelled. He scratched his head in pain, and warned his companions beside him in pain, don't look at that shining giant again. However, his warning was too late. After he was the first to utter a painful cry, the red-haired pirate's painful shouts continued one after another. Even the redhead can only bear the pain at this moment and look away from Lin Meng. Why is that? Ben Beckman held his head in pain, knelt down on the deck, and tapped his brain to relieve the pain. Why exactly? Isn't this strong man friendly? Then why did he pass Haki Budo to us earlier? Now why is he suddenly attacking us? What is the reason? While BG his head, Ben Beckman forced himself to calm down, feeling extremely confused. At this moment, he couldn't understand the reason why this strong man did these things, and he couldn't tell whether this strong man's attitude towards them was good or evil. We were all wrong, he is too strong, like a god, and we are ants, how can ants try to figure out the thoughts of gods? Fatty Lacey Lu rolled on the deck in pain, and after relieving the pain a little, he murmured. Lacey Lu, maybe, it's really what you said. Shanks held his head with one arm, and agreed with Lacey Lu's words. Then Shanks glanced at the wailing companions on the ship, stared, and the powerful conquerors radiated out. Most of the crew on the ship were stunned. Beckman, you sail, we're leaving, the redhead said to Ben Beckman. At this moment, the red hair no longer wants to rely on the past to get to know him, he just wants to leave quickly. Understood the captain. Ben Beckman endured the pain and nodded seriously. At the same time, he thought in his heart, I hope this strong man who is as strong as a god can let us be merciful. The pirate ship of the Red Hair Pirates, under the control of a small number of active cotters, quickly turned around and fled here at the maximum speed it could reach. Almost, it's collected here. Unexpectedly, it was just a small experiment, and the Red Hair Pirates were scared away. Originally, I planned to pass on some practice experience and knowledge to them as a reward for accompanying me in the experiment. Since I ran away, forget it. After noticing that the Red Hair Pirates could no longer bear it, Lin Meng stopped the information radiation, shook his head slightly and said. He didn't mind the departure of the Red Hair Pirates either. In the mind, radiate the information of the evil flow that has just been collected, organize the data obtained, condense it into a soul book, and store it in the soul library. With the experimental data of these evil flow information radiation, Lin Meng gained inspiration from it. You get inspiration from the data of the information radiation technique, combined with the information of Buddhist degreeization you learned in your previous life, you have some insights, you comprehend the radiation degreeization technique. Radiationization technique, use a large amount of information radiated to impact the target's mind, soul, and will, erode and change its thinking, and transform it. Duhua, it's interesting. Lin Meng opened his eyes and thought to himself. Evil flow information radiation technique can pollute and develop in an indescribable direction. But if it is well controlled, pollution can also be minimized. Being able to comprehend the radiation technique was also an accidental inspiration from the collected experimental data. Didn't care about the escape of the red hair pirates. Lin Meng stands in the air above the sea, still in the form of Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god. Because in the form of Faxiong Tiandi sun god, his strength can be increased tenfold. And next, what Lin Meng is going to do needs to be supported by stronger strength. He looked at the inverted mountain not far ahead, which connects the four seas. After crossing the inverted mountain, he arrived at the Grand Line. Marine Ford, where naval headquarters is located, is in the middle of the Grand Line. This is the place that Lin Meng has chosen to use for spreading martial arts and preaching to the world. Soon. Lin Meng whispered, but before you start preaching to the world, first say hello to this world. The way Lin Meng wanted to say hello was to notify everyone in the whole world in advance. Lin Meng thought for a while, and a phone bug appeared in his hand. Telephone bug, using biological waves as a conducting medium for long-distance calls. Looking at the bewildered phone bug in his hand, Lin Meng recalled the introduction about the phone bug in his mind. Then, he penetrated into the phone bug's body exuding knowledge and insight, and felt the special biological waves in the phone bug's body that could communicate over long distances. You have deeply analyzed the biological electric waves in the phone bug, you have some insights, you have comprehended the electric wave communication technique. Radio wave communication technique, through special radio waves, communication information can be transmitted to any range in the world. You can choose one-to-one communication, or you can choose one-to-many group sending information. Chapter 43. Radio wave communication. Lin Meng whispered. He dispelled his sense of knowledge from the phone bug, and realized the radio wave communication technique. After a while, Lin Meng slowly opened his eyes. It has a tenfold increase in his strength in the form of the law, heaven and earth, and the sun god. Lin Meng uses radio wave communication technology to fully perceive the radio wave information of every human being in the entire pirate world. Lin Meng's perception gradually spread from near to far. He sensed the radio waves of Kuina, Nami, Nyokijeo, and the waitresses on the eternity not far away. After a while, Lin Meng sensed again that the red-hair pirates were fully driving the pirate ship to escape. On the pirate ship, the red-haired Shanks, Ben Beckman, Yasop, a group of members of the red-hair pirates received radio waves. Lin Meng sensed it, in Shimotsuki Village, Shimotsuki Kojiro who was wiping his saber, in the woods, Zoro who was practicing three-sword swordsmanship. His perception quickly swept across all humans in East Blue, and spread beyond East Blue. In the first half of the Grand Line, Kaido in the form of a blue dragon is flying in the sky. Grand Line Central Location, Marine Ford, Naval Headquarters. Lin Meng sensed that Marshal Marine Sengoku and Garp were in the office, fighting over a pack of senbei. In Admiral's office, Kizaru is cutting his nails, Aokiji is wearing a blindfold and sleeping soundly, Akainu is reprimanding his subordinates. Lin Meng's perception continued to spread, and came to the Red Line, the holy place of Marie Joyce. He perceives the extravagant and dissolute, the cruel and cold-blooded celestial dragons, the pain-numbed slaves. In Pangu City, the 5 elders who are gathering together to discuss, in the depths of Pangu City, among the flowers, Imam. In the second half of the Grand Line, on Cake Island, the obese ant is overeating. The Guardian is wandering in the waters in front of the final island, on the huge white whale pirate ship, is hanging on the fore, watching Whitebeard, whose sons are playing. Soon, West Blue, South Blue, North Blue, the 4 seas were all within the envelope of his perception. Not just humans. Murlocs, mermaids, fur tribes, giants. These intelligent beings are also in his perception. At this moment, Lin Meng sensed the radio wave information of all intelligent life in pirate world. At the same time, no matter Marine Admiral, Marshal, Pirate Emperor, or other hidden general level powerhouses, they all feel it. But they haven't waited for them to look into it. Suddenly, a terrifying aura that overwhelmed the entire world appeared. No matter the generals or ordinary people, they all felt the aura of coercion. Immediately after, a shocking voice suddenly sounded in everyone's hearts. I am Lin Meng, the one who opened the way, and I should open the way for all living beings. 1 week later, Haki Budo will be spread to the whole world in Marine Ford. Regardless of race, good or evil, high or low, strong or weak, everyone can practice the Haki Budo I created. When Lin Meng's faint voice fell, the aura that overwhelmed the entire world slowly disappeared like a dream. It's just that Lin Meng, who opened the way for all living beings, is about to spread the information of Haki martial arts, which has caused waves in the entire pirate world and is fermenting. On board the Eternal. Open the way for all sentient beings, Lin Meng. Kuina recovered from the voice in his heart, looking at Lin Meng standing in the air above the sea. I was extremely shocked by his majesty. I seem to hear Oni-chan's voice, it's amazing. Nami was shocked. Nyokijeo looked at Lin Meng. At this moment Lin Meng's image in her heart was extremely majestic. Red hair pirates, on board the fleeing pirate ship. The red-haired Shanks turned his head and looked towards Lin Meng. Lin Meng, no wonder you spread the Haki martial arts to us, and paved the way for all sentient beings, what a hero. Smoking a cigarette, Ben Beckman still had lingering fears about what happened before, and said, Shanks, this is an existence we can't afford to provoke. Haha, don't worry, it's too late for me to avoid him now. Shanks laughed. Shimotsuki Village. In the One Heart Dojo. Shimotsuki Koshiro, who was polishing his sword, looked up at the sky and muttered, Lin Meng, is this what you are going to do? Go ahead and do it. In the woods, Zoro, who was practicing the three-sword style, stopped and looked at the sea. Brother Lin Meng, I will definitely go to the sea to find you. Kingdom of Goa. Monkey D. Dragon, who hadn't left yet, recovered from the shock at the beginning, and sighed, Lin Meng, the pioneer, is really amazing. Kaido, who was flying in the sky in the form of a green dragon, roared and laughed loudly, haha, this Lin Meng is so loud. Pretending to be a ghost, if I meet him, you must try his strength and see if he can kill me. On the White Whale pirate ship, Whitebeard, who was on drip, looked towards the direction of East Blue. Dad, did you hear that? Marco asked a little uncertainly. Guhahaha, of course I heard it, Lin Meng, the pioneer of the way, there is an amazing guy in this world. Whitebeard sighed. At this moment, he also understood the inexplicable premonition that appeared some time ago. It turned out that someone opened the way. Clear the way? Whitebeard froze for a moment, then realized, Pathfinder, does this mean breaking the limit of strength, and then open the path? It's amazing that someone has broken the upper limit of the world. Whitebeard sighed in his heart, I don't know if I have a chance to see the realm after the breakthrough. Holy Land, Marie Joyce, in Pangu City. 5 elders recovered from the shock. It turned out to be a strong man who broke through the limits of the world. Lin Meng, the trailblazer, I finally know some information about this strong man. Damn it, the Haki martial art he wants to spread is shaking the world government's rule. Lin Meng must be stopped. We still don't know that it is not rational to break through the strength of the world's ultimate powerhouse and hostile rashly. Indeed, the abyss sword mark before was left by Lin Meng, the pioneer. Lin Meng's personal strength alone is enough to rival American treasures. The 5 elders held different opinions and had a heated discussion. Let Master Im decide. In the end, the 5 elders unanimously chose to go to see Im. In between the flowers, Im squinted his eyes, not knowing what he was thinking at this moment. As for the Marine of Naval Headquarters, when they learned that Lin Meng, the pioneer, chose to spread Haki martial art to the world in their headquarters, Marine Ford, they immediately became overwhelmed. Chapter 44. Did you hear the sound? I heard it, and the aura that suddenly appeared just now, it's terrifying. This pioneer said that he would spread Haki martial art to the world in Marine Ford. Marine Ford is where our naval headquarters is located. This is slapping our Marines in the face. Don't be afraid. We have Marine 3 Admiral, as well as the legendary Vice Admiral Garp and Marshal Sengoku. As long as this pioneer Lin Meng dares to come, we will send him to impel down. That's right, the 3 Marine Admirals are the highest combat power. No matter how strong Lin Meng is, he can still defeat the 3 Marine Admirals. Yet, we also have Vice Admiral Garp, he is the legendary Vice Admiral who captured the One Piece Roger. The sailors of Naval Headquarters, recovering from the shock, gathered in disgust. With the knowledge of these Naval Headquarters sailors, it is taken for granted that as long as Marine and Admiral are together, they are invincible, and Lin Meng, the pioneer, will definitely come and go. However, Marine 3 Admiral, don't think so. In Admiral's office, Kizaru Polisolino, who was cutting his nails, stopped cutting his nails. Under the sunglasses, his expression could not be seen clearly, and he said softly, Lin Meng, the pioneer, it's scary. Allah, it looks like something serious has happened. Aokiji Kyuzan pushed the blindfold off his face. Humph, you dare to provoke Marine, I'll wait for him at Naval Headquarters. Akainu Sakazuki said with a serious face, smoking a cigar. And Marshal Sengoku, who knew more about Marine 3 Admiral, looked down at the moment. Haha, opening the way for all sentient beings is much more powerful than that BD Roger. After recovering from his senses, Garp laughed heartlessly. Garp, can you still laugh? Marshal Sengoku looked at Garp, our Marine is in serious trouble. Garp picked his nose, and said lightly, what a big deal, when the time comes, let Lin Meng, the pioneer, come to Marine Ford, just in Naval Headquarters, to spread the Haki martial arts, won't it be enough? Is it that simple? Marshal Sengoku glanced at Garp speechlessly, Lin Meng is here to suppress Marine's aura and forcefully show the world that the Haki Budo he created is powerful. Sengoku, who is called the resourceful general, has a very clear analysis and understanding, the most likely reason why Lin Meng is coming to Marine Ford to spread Haki Budo to the world. What else can be compared to suppressing all the highest marine combat power that can suppress the sea, which can better reflect the superiority of Haki martial arts? From Marshal Sengoku's point of view, Lin Meng is rubbing Marine's face on the ground. Sengoku felt bitter, it seems that Marine didn't offend Lin Meng either. Why choose Marine Ford where Naval Headquarters is located? However, in Lin Meng's view, Marine is the most violent organization in the world government that has suppressed the sea for 800 years. It's not about getting offended. Ha ha ha, Sengoku, why are you worried about this? Can you beat Lin Meng, the Pathfinder? Garp took a bite of the senbei and said with a smile, this is the one who opened the way and broke through the limit of the world. Now no one knows how strong his combat power is. If our marine forces are all on top, can we fight against Lin Meng? Marshal Sengoku murmured. Garp said directly, I think it's very hanging. Afterwards, Garp comforted his friend Sengoku, Sengoku, stop worrying. Blue, blue. At this moment, the phone bug in Marshal Sengoku's office rang, and it was the 5 elders, the highest authority in the world government, who called. Sengoku picked up the phone and listened for a moment, his face completely darkened. Damn it, 5 elders bastards. Turning off the phone bug, Marshal Sengoku couldn't help scolding. Sengoku, what did the 5 elders say? Garp asked curiously. Marshal Sengoku gritted his teeth and said, when Lin Meng comes to Marineford, 5 elders intends to let Marine use all of his combat power to test Lin Meng's strength. What do they think of our Marine? Garp's face also darkened. 5 elders want to test the strength of those who have broken through the world's limit. Why don't they try it themselves? While Marshal Sengoku and Garp scolded the 5 elders in their office, but Marine is an institution under the world government after all, and in the end it can only obey the instructions of the 5 elders, the highest authority of the world government. Marshal Sengoku can only keep Kizaru, Aokiji, and Akainu, and Garp, to stay at naval headquarters this week and be ready for Lin Meng's arrival. And at this time, Lin Meng, who finished greeting the world, exited the Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god form and returned to the eternal. Oh and I sauce, how could your voice sound in my head just now? Nami looked at Lin Meng who was back on the deck of eternity, and asked curiously. Both Kuina and Nyokijeo looked at Lin Meng curiously. Haha, this is a secret technique I just researched, and I just passed it on to you. Lin Meng said with a smile, in this way, even if there are no phone bugs in the future, we can still communicate with each other. After speaking, Lin Meng taught the 3 daughters of Nami the technique of radio wave communication. Oh Ni-chan, that's amazing. Nami exclaimed. Nyokijeo also looked at Lin Meng with a look of shock and admiration on his face. Kuina noticed Nyokijeo's expression, and there was a feeling of familiarity. After thinking about it for a while, she realized that when she first met Lin Meng, she also looked at Lin Meng with such admiration. And now, she is no stranger to Lin Meng's creation of all kinds of magical mysteries from time to time. Anyway, as long as you know in your heart that Lin Meng is amazing. After teaching Nami's 3 women radio wave communication, Lin Meng returned to the deck chair on the deck, lay down, and planned to take a rest. I have been practicing the sun body refining technique for a whole day, and I just said hello to the whole world with all my strength. Even Lin Meng felt a little tired, so he planned to take a rest. As for the scheduled 1 week later, the Haki Budo will be spread to the world in Marineford. Lin Meng is not in a hurry, and has levitation skills, which can make eternity fly into the sky. He could be in Marineford in a day or 2 if he wanted to. And when the time comes, how to spread Haki martial arts to everyone in the world, Lin Meng already has several anticipated countermeasures in mind. The most original countermeasure was to find Morgans, the president of the World Economic News Agency, let him use the newsbird to bring the image phone bug to all parts of the world. Then, just like the Summit War live broadcast the evangelism to the whole world via the video phone bug. However, after comprehending radio wave communication from the phone bug, Lin Meng thought that he could spread the information of Haki Budo through the way of greeting people all over the world. But in this case, only sound information can be transmitted, the shock effect is not good, and it cannot reflect the force of his pioneer, and it is also difficult to show the superiority of Haki martial arts. Although, this can also preach the world, but the way is obviously not satisfactory to Lin Meng. However, in the process of perceiving the whole world before, Lin Meng spotted the Kaido of the beasts flying towards East Blue. He thought of Kaido's Zoan, fish fruit, phantom beast, and blue dragon fruit that can call wind and rain. Perhaps through this green dragon fruit of Kaido, we can comprehend a better way of preaching. So, Lin Meng had a new idea in mind. What's more, in the previous process of perceiving the whole world, Lin Meng heard Kaido's provocative words in dissatisfaction, and he could just satisfy him. Chapter 45. Pathfinder Lin Meng. A week later, at Naval Headquarters, Marineford, the event of spreading Haki Budo to the world is still going on. In addition to the big forces such as the world government, Marine, Pirate 4 Emperors, and the Revolutionary Army, because of the shock, they made various responses. More ordinary people in Pirate World are looking forward to the arrival of a week later. Because they also have a desire in their hearts. If it is true as Lin Meng said, regardless of race, high or low, good or evil, strong or weak, everyone can practice his Haki martial arts. Well, for these ordinary people, this will be something that can change their fate. From then on, they will no longer be lambs to be slaughtered who cannot resist, and they will also gain the strength to resist. If this situation is not prevented, can the slave also rebel against the master? And in this world, who has the most slaves? Of course it is the master of the world government, the so-called creator, the group of celestial dragons. Knowing this, the 5 elders, the highest power in the world government, will feel angry, thinking that Lin Meng's move is shaking their rule and digging up the roots of celestial dragons. Now, in the eyes of the 5 elders, Lin Meng's threat to them is not comparable to that of the former Sea Overlord Rocks and One Piece Roger. The threats posed by these 2 people are not even qualified to mention Lin Meng's shoes. However, in the face of Lin Meng, whose strength is very likely to break through the world's limit, 5 elders is a little uncertain before knowing his strength. After meeting Lord Im, the reply he got was also ambiguous. Maybe Mr. Im didn't know how to deal with it before he knew the strength of Lin Meng, the Blazer. It is also for this reason that the 5 elders, the highest authority in the world government, have discussed and decided to let Marine test Lin Meng's strength first. If at that time, Lin Meng can easily suppress the entire naval headquarters, then the 5 elders will put Lin Meng in a position that cannot be provoked. But, once found, Lin Meng's strength can only be against naval headquarters 3 Admiral and Sengoku and Garp. The 5 elders will immediately dispatch the Knights of God, and even use the national treasure to wipe out Lin Meng. Because in this world, people who are so awesome are not allowed to exist. And it all depends on how Lin Meng will suppress all the highest combat forces of naval headquarters in a week's time. At this moment, after getting the command of 5 elders, the highest power of the world government, Marshal Sengoku was furious though. But in the face of unstoppable facts, he can only deal with it with all his strength. In addition to Akainu, Aokiji, Kizaru, 3 Marine Admiral, Vice Admiral Garp, and himself, Admirals alternates Momuzagi and T-Dolphin have also been called up and are on their way back to Naval Headquarters Marineford. In addition, after Marshal Sengoku notified the world government, he initiated the summoning order of 7 warlords of the sea to summon the 7 warlords of the sea. From a moment on, the whole world is surging. Fur. Dressrosa, Shishibukai, who had just seized the throne, Don Quixote da Flamingo, received the summoning order from naval headquarters, crossed his legs, sat on the balcony, and laughed loudly. I smell the smell of the new age. Fur. The Fishman Island, Shishibukai Jinbei looked at Marine's Shishibukai summoning order and thought, can spread haki regardless of race. Lin Meng, the pioneer, what kind of person are you? The world's #1 swordsman, my hawk, is drifting in the sea on a coffin-like ship. Just received a call from the red-haired Shanks via the phone bug. From Shanks, he learned some information about Lin Meng and what happened to the red-hair pirates. To be able to scare Shanks into such a character, it would be a pity not to see such a character. Sitting on the cliff of a small island, just finished talking on the phone with the leader of the Revolutionary Army, Long, the tyrant Xiong put down the phone bug and looked into the distance. Lin Meng. The Revolutionary Army, who knows more about Lin Meng's strength, does not want to provoke Lin Meng. Tyrant Bear is only planning to go paddling at naval headquarters. In addition, the Empress Boa Hancock, Gecko Moria, and the Sand Crocodile, these Shishibukai also received the naval headquarters summoning order, and each responded differently. At this moment, a day has passed since Lin Meng greeted the world. There are still 6 days to arrive in Marineford. Compared to the urgency of Marine, Lin Meng was lying comfortably on a deck chair on the deck of the Eternity, drinking the drinks and desserts carefully prepared by Nyokijeo. The Eternity floated in the air, crossed the upside-down mountain that connects the world, and entered the first half of the Grand Line. At this time, a newsbird flew by beside the Eternity. Nami called the newsbird down and bought a newspaper. Wow, Oni-chan, you're on the news. Nami looked at the newspaper and said excitedly. Kuina and Nyokijeo were also attracted, walked to Nami and read the newspaper. Oni-chan, the newspaper said that Naval Headquarters has issued a summoning order for the 7 warlords of the sea. Naval Headquarters will gather all combat forces and wait for you. Humph, no matter how many people gather, they will definitely not be your match, brother Lin Meng. Nami read the newspaper quickly and said. Of course, Lin Meng is very good. Kuina nodded. Nyokijeo nodded in agreement. After seeing Lin Meng in the form of the sun god, Lin Meng was already as powerful as a god in her heart. Lin Meng smiled and said, haha, it's exactly what I want to summon the 7 warlords of the sea and gather all the highest combat power. These highest combat powers are all strong men in the first order of strength in this era. Every strong person has haki strength that is not weak. When the time comes to be filtered by haki martial arts, there will definitely be a lot of haki energy fed back. After finishing speaking, Lin Meng took a sip of the cold and refreshing drink, just in time to see a waitress who was cleaning up the sundries on the deck of Eternity, and thought for a while. Lin Meng had an idea in his mind. The strength of the 7 warlords of the sea is not worth mentioning in his eyes. As long as these Shishibukai don't try to kill him, he won't shoot them himself. However, the name of 7 warlords of the sea is still very loud. It sounds awesome too. At the same time, Lin Meng thought that his subordinates only had the strength of Kuina's 3 daughters, and they could still do it. Under Lin Meng's training, even Nyokijeo now has the ability to destroy cities. However, there are only 3 Kuina daughters, and the number is still too small. Although Lin Meng has no idea of forming a force. However, some trustworthy and capable men are still needed to do some chores of cleaning up miscellaneous fish. And on the Eternity, the current 7 waitresses, after observing for a period of time, are also counted in Lin Meng's eyes. So Lin Meng thought for a while, and planned to integrate some kendo knowledge and information in the Soul Library, learn some swordsmanship, and strengthen the 7 waitresses. At that time, they can be responsible for cleaning up trash fish at levels like 7 warlords of the sea. Lin Meng believed in it, and automatically browsed and summarized various knowledge books related to kendo in the Soul Library. You sort out the knowledge of swordsmanship, realize the connection between swordsmanship and the breadth of all things, and recall the information about swordsmanship in your previous life, you have an epiphany, you understand the swordsmanship breathing method. Sword breathing method. Users who practice kendo breathing method will comprehend the kendo breathing method of different attribute powers according to their own talents and perceptions, so as to master the corresponding attribute powers. Chapter 46. Sword breathing method. Lin Meng whispered. This is his integration of his knowledge of kendo practice. At the same time, it was created by combining the breathing method in a ghost-killing animation in the previous life in memory. By practicing kendo breathing, you can not only improve your sword skills, temper your body, you can also feel the power of attributes from the breathing method, so as to master these powers of attributes with sword skills. Wind, fire, thunder, water, wood, earth, light. Lin Meng adjusted the lower breathing slightly, and ran the lower sword breathing method in the body. Immediately realized that he has been able to master the sword skills of many attribute powers. This is because Lin Meng is not only the creator of Kendo breathing method, but also strong enough, so that he can easily master various attributes of sword skills through Kendo breathing method. Others who practice Kendo breathing can only master sword skills with 3 attributes of power before they break through the limit. Kuina, Nami, Nyakajeo, come here. Lin Meng said. Oh Ni-chan, what's the matter? Nami asked, bouncing over. Kuina and Nyakajeo also followed behind. Lin Meng said with a smile, I will teach you an interesting cultivation method. Later, he passed on the Kendo breathing method to the 3 daughters of Kuina. Kuina is the most powerful and has reached the peak of the destroying island level, so as soon as he learned the sword breathing method, he directly comprehended the sword skills of the 3 attributes of wind, thunder, and ice. Nami and Nyakajeo are only at the level of destroying cities. Therefore, after learning the Kendo breathing method, Nami comprehended the breath of thunder and mastered the lightning attribute sword skill. Nyakajeo comprehended the breath of fire and mastered the sword skills of the flame attribute. Seeing the effect of the 3 girls learning the Kendo breathing method, Lin Meng nodded in satisfaction. Afterwards, he called over the 7 waitresses on the Eternal. These 7 waitresses also received some guidance from Lin Meng before. Now the strength is at the level of 10,000 enemies, and it is about to break through to the level of destroying the city. In the future, it will reach the level of destroying the island, and it is very possible to even break through the limit. After all, they are still young and beautiful, with great potential in the future. Lin Meng taught them Kendo breathing. The 7 waitresses each comprehended an attribute breath and mastered attribute sword skills. The strength has also broken through to the level of destroying the city. From now on, you will be me, Lin Meng, the maid of the 7 swords. Lin Meng said with a smile, according to the attribute sword skills you have comprehended, from now on they will be called Wind Sword Warrior, Thunder Sword Warrior, Ice Sword Warrior, Water Sword Warrior, Fire Sword Warrior, Earth Sword Warrior, and Light Sword Warrior. Follow your orders, Master Lin Meng. Asterisk 7 Maid of the 7 swords looked at Lin Meng adoringly, and responded together. From now on, Maid of 7 swords will be Lin Meng's face-to-face thug. After completing a wave of enhancements for everyone on the Eternal, Lin Meng waved his hand, telling them to go down and master the attribute sword skills comprehended through the Kendo breathing method. Lying on the deck chair, Lin Meng took a bite of Nyakajeo's elaborate dessert, closed his eyes and rested. The Endurance is flying in the sky on the first half of the Grand Line. With the navigation guidance of the genius navigator Nami, even the changeable climate on the Grand Line did not affect the Endless. In a flash, it came to the afternoon. Oni-chan, in front of Eternity, a green dragon appears to block the way. Nami, who was in charge of navigating the Eternity, suddenly called out to Lin Meng. Lin Meng, who lay on the chair and took a nap for a while, slowly opened his eyes and said softly, Kaido, are you here? Lin Meng, this time, let me do it. Kuina walked up to Lin Meng, eager to try. She stared at the huge blue dragon that Kaido transformed into, blocking in front of Eternity with bright eyes. Lin Meng glanced at Kuina and smiled knowingly. He knew that Ryoma, who once had Wano Kuni Zanlongjian Hao, was the ancestor of Shimotsuki Kuina. When Kuina was a child, she heard Shimotsuki Koshiro tell her about the legend of the dragon-slaying sword hero Ryoma. So now, seeing the blue dragon incarnate by Kaido, the ancient dragon-slaying blood in Kuina's body was stimulated. Kuina, then Kaido will be handed over to you, just don't beat him to death. Lin Meng nodded with a smile. Okay, leave it to me. Kuina said excitedly, holding the supreme sharp knife. Roar, it doesn't feel wrong, Lin Meng, the pioneer, is on this ship. A ship that can fly into the air, what is his relationship with the Golden Lion? At this moment, Kaido in the green dragon form thought to himself looking at the Eternity floating in the air in front of him. Lin Meng didn't hide his aura much now. Therefore, Kaido followed the perception to accurately find the Eternal in the sky. But looking at the Eternity, which can float and fly, Kaido couldn't help but think of the Golden Lion. When Kaido looked carefully at the Eternity and noticed Lin Meng lying on the deck drinking a drink, Qinglong smiled, Goose la 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 la, you are Lin Meng, a brat with a serious tone, let me see how strong you are. Pirates are all rebellious, let alone these pirate emperors who dominate one side. And now, Lin Meng is not in the Dharma aspect heaven and earth sun god form that the red-haired Shanks saw before. Therefore, when Kaido noticed that Lin Meng looked only a teenager, although he did not despise Lin Meng in his heart. But it is not to the point where, like red-hair pirates, they are shocked or even scared away by Lin Meng's sun god form. Stinky dragon, you are not qualified to be Lin Meng's opponent, so let me kill you. When Kuina heard Kaido's words, she was furious immediately, holding the supreme sharp knife in her hand, flew up, and slashed directly at Kaido. Little girl. Great swordsman. How is it possible? Seeing Kuina, Kaido was stunned at first, but then realized Kuina's strength and responded quickly. I saw Kaido open the huge mouth of the green dragon, and a stream of heat sprayed out from his dragon mouth. However, Kuina is undaunted. Holding the supreme sharp knife in his hand, the conquerors quickly wrapped around it, cutting off the heat with one blow. With Kuina's current strength, Conqueror's winding has already been mastered. Conqueror's winding, how is that possible? Kaido of the beasts looked at Kuina who slashed heat, 2 dragon eyes, in shock. Next moment, before Kaido of the Beasts reacted, Kuina was already holding the supreme sword, flew close to her body, and slashed through Kaido's defense with a tyrannical slash. And from top to bottom, Kaido in the sky was chopped off with one blow. Kaido didn't react at all, and dragged the huge dragon body, falling from the sky. Kuina's strength has become stronger again. Lin Meng looked at Kuina with satisfaction and nodded. Sister Kuina is so powerful, such a big dragon was shot down. When will I have such strength? Nami said with his eyes shining. Haha, keep practicing, and you can do it in the future. Lin Meng smiled and touched Nami's little orange head. Because he obeyed Lin Meng's words, Kuina withdrew his strength and did not kill him. Therefore, even if Kaido falls from a high altitude, he is only injured at most, and has not yet reached the point of dying. Kuina watched Kaido fall, used the flying spell, and chased him down. Lin Meng also controlled the eternity to follow and landed from the sky. As for how to deal with Kaido, Lin Meng already has an idea in mind. He intends to use radiation to scale Kaido. Ask Kaido to maintain his blue dragon form in the future and be responsible for pulling the boat for him. Chapter 47. Qinglong pulls the boat. Lin Meng feels that in this way, the style is immediately improved. Unfortunately, Kaido is the only one known to have the ability of the blue dragon fruit. If you can gather 9 dragons and use them to pull the boat, that would be great. Lin Meng couldn't help thinking, maybe, I can analyze and comprehend something from the green dragon fruit on Kaido's body. At that time, I will create 8 more dragons. The idea of Zhulong pulling the boat just popped up in my mind. Lin Meng somewhat wanted to realize this idea. Of course, he also knew that this process might not be so easy. Everything has to wait for the analysis and understanding of Kaido's green dragon fruit before we can get specific results. Lin Meng was thinking like this, while controlling the eternity to fall from the sky. At this time, Kaido, who was shot down from the sky by Kuina, didn't end until he landed and smashed a huge dragon-shaped crater on the ground. The huge force and impact directly stunned Kaido in the blue dragon form. And the place where Kaido fell is the city of Alabasta, the rainy land. As Kaido suddenly fell from the sky, residents in the rain were frightened and ran out to have a look. When it was discovered that it was a terrifying huge green dragon, most of the civilians fled in panic. Of course, there are also some guys with good strength who did not escape, but hid and watched curiously from a distance. Among them, there is Sir Crocodile who is living in Alabasta and preparing to plan the ancient weapon Pluton. 4 Emperors Kaido of the Beasts, how did he appear here? In a room in a high-rise building, Crocodile looked through the window at the huge hole made by Kaido in the form of a green dragon in the distance, wondering. That young swordsman, what is she going to do? Oh, Kaido of the Beasts, brought up by her, God, what happened? Immediately afterwards, Crocodile's eyes widened, revealing an expression of disbelief. Because he saw a young swordsman holding a knife, descending from the sky, and then directly lifted Kaido out of the huge pit. This scene made the sand crocodile feel extremely shocked. That ship. Then Crocodile noticed the Eternal descending from the sky. Lin Meng, I heard you didn't kill me, this green dragon just passed out. Kuina lifted the Kaido of the Beasts in green dragon form with one hand, and said to Lin Meng on the eternity. Lin Meng nodded and praised, good job, Kuina. Kuina was praised and smiled triumphantly. Seeing Kaido of the Beasts in blue dragon form fainted, Lin Meng appeared next to Kuina in a flash. Ask Kuina to put Kaido down, and he is going to study and analyze the devil fruit in Kaido's body in the form of fish fruit, phantom beast species, and blue dragon. However, before that, Lin Meng said in the direction of eternity, Water Sword Attendant, go and catch that malicious guy in that building. Understood, Master Lin Meng. Among the 7 sword maids, the Water Sword Waiter said. Then I saw the vigorous figure of Water Sword Attendant jumping out from the eternity, passing by in a flash, and entering a luxurious building not far away. But at this time, Crocodile, who was hiding in the building, had not realized it, and came to look for him. Before he learned Lin Meng's name because of eavesdropping, his eyes flashed a little. Crocodile thought of the summoning order issued to him by Naval Headquarters not long ago, which was to deal with Lin Meng, the Pathfinder. Crocodile, though in the 7 warlords of the sea sequence. But his personal strength is at most at the city-destroying level, and more than half of the city-destroying level strength is supported by Logia sand fruit. Crocodile is very poor at the level of cultivation such as Haki Taijutsu. He can't perceive some breaths of Lin Meng like the Pirate 4 Emperors or Marine Admiral. It is even impossible to tell Lin Meng's strength. Therefore, after learning of Lin Meng's identity as a pioneer, the confident Crocodile couldn't help thinking that if Lin Meng's head could be removed, he would become famous all over the world. Of course, this is just what he thought. Crocodile also knows that the person who can make Naval Headquarters treat him so seriously must be very strong. But what if? Just like Crocodile once challenged Whitebeard. Crocodile has always had an enigmatic confidence in his own strength. Especially now, he has full confidence in the scorpion poison needle worn on the weapon in his hand and the poison smeared on the golden hook. Even Whitebeard, as long as he is hit by his poisonous golden hook, will definitely be poisoned and die. So Crocodile thought in his heart, if he killed Lin Meng with the violent scorpion poison, then his name would definitely shock the sea. However, before Crocodile could take action, a healthy and beautiful figure appeared in front of him. A maid dressed as a swordsman with a weak face and a long knife in his hand attacked him. Crocodile Elemental, wanting to hide. But the water sword maid that Lin Meng set down was not only the Grandmaster Conqueror's Haki, but also the water attribute sword skill she comprehended, and the sand fruit that restrained him. In no time, Crocodile was carried by the water sword mate and brought to Lin Meng like a dead dog. Sand Crocodile. Not strong enough, but very courageous, a very rebellious big pirate. Lin Meng glanced at Crocodile. If it weren't for his sense of knowledge and perception of good and evil, he would have felt that Crocodile exudes strong malice towards him. Lin Meng didn't intend to take on such a small role as Lisha Crocodile at all. Looking at the Sand Crocodile, Lin Meng used the Devil Fruit deprivation technique to directly deprive Crocodile of the Logia sand fruit. Then let the water sword maid throw the dead dog-like Sand Crocodile aside. Taking away the sand fruit that gave Crocodile fans confidence is a heavier punishment than killing him. Without sand fruit, Crocodile is basically useless. Lin Meng also no longer pays attention to a useless person. At this time, Nami came to Lin Meng and said, "Oh Ni-chan, let me go around the neighborhood, okay?" "Okay, let's go," Lin Meng said with a smile. Nami took Nyokijo and excitedly walked towards the building where Crocodile was hiding just now. This building is where the largest casino Rain Banquet in the city of Rainland is located. It is also where the Crocodile takes refuge in Alabasta. Lin Meng knew that Nami probably wanted to go to the casino to find Bailey and the treasure. Although Nami is no longer oppressed after killing the dragon herself, she still has a little greed for money. Withdrawing his gaze, Lin Meng looked at Kaido who was still fainting in the blue dragon form. He spread out his knowledge and perception, penetrated into King Glong's body, and analyzed his perception. "You have analyzed and understood the ability of the green dragon fruit, you have an epiphany, you have comprehended the spell of summoning wind and rain. You have deeply analyzed and comprehended the ability of the green dragon fruit, combined with your understanding of the Faxiong Tiandi, you have an epiphany, you have comprehended the Dharma Xiong Diandi Qinglong form. Faxiong Tiandi Qinglong, after using it, it will transform into a 10,000 meter green dragon, and its strength will increase tenfold." Blue dragon. Lin Meng nodded, this is the ability of Dharma aspect heaven and earth similar to the sun god. He didn't stop to comprehend, and at the same time, in the soul library in his mind, various soul books were flipping between his thoughts. You have a deep understanding of the ability to call wind and rain, the ability of radio wave communication, and the light and shadow information of sunlight. You have an epiphany, you have comprehended the astronomical projection technique. Astronomical projection technique, after using it, you can project the image information you want to project into the sky to form a special film and television celestial phenomenon, which can cover the entire world at the highest. It will be on the shelves tomorrow night, please ask for the first order and subscription in advance. Chapter 48. It's done, astronomical projection. In this way, the image and Haki martial arts can be spread to the world only through astronomical projection. Compared to the video phone bug live broadcast that I thought before, the style has been improved by a dimension. Lin Meng opened his eyes and murmured with joy on his face. Now all the preparations that Lin Meng wanted to preach to the world are almost completed. Next, just wait until 6 days later, when you arrive in Marineford. After comprehension created astronomical projection. Lin Meng smiled with satisfaction. Roar, there was a low growl. At this time, Kaido of the Beasts recovers from a coma. Kaido opened his huge dragon eyes and immediately noticed Lin Meng beside him. Immediately, it opened its huge dragon mouth, intending to attack Lin Meng. However, before Kaido could attack, Lin Meng looked over and used radiation. Kaido didn't react at all. Because of looking at Lin Meng, a lot of messy and polluted information was radiated into Kaido's mind in an instant. These messy and polluted information flows are constantly impacting the spiritual will in Kaido's mind, as if to wash Kaido's brain aside. At the same time, the pollution of information in the messy information flow is also constantly distorting Kaido's thinking. This is a power far beyond Kaido's cognition. Even if he wanted to resist, there was no possibility of resisting at all. Gradually, under the effect of the radiation technique, Kaido's thoughts were completely distorted, just like his personality was reset. And the reset new personality will completely surrender to Lin Meng. From now on, you will always maintain the status of Qinglong, as the main dragon pulling the ship of eternity. Looking at Kaido, who lowered his dragon head and made a gesture of surrender after Dehua, Lin Meng patted the horns on the dragon's head and said, "Understood, master." Qinglong, Kaido said in a deep voice. "It's kind of silly." Lin Meng looked at Qinglong. Kaido, are there any side effects after the radiation technique? Forget it, as long as it works. After all, radiation degreization technique washes and pollutes and distorts the original spiritual personality through messy information flow. It is normal for the negative effect of being a little silly after degreization. Anyway, Lin Meng transformed Kaido because he was happy to see Li Xin, and wanted to use Kaido's green dragon form to pull the boat of eternity, adding some style. I didn't intend to ask Qinglong Kaido to do other things. At most, Qinglong Kaido will be used as a Qinglong mount in the future. Afterwards, Lin Meng found some iron materials from the warehouse of eternity, and used the real fire of the sun to smelt and forge an iron chain. Then use this iron chain to let Qinglong Kaido tie himself in front of the eternal. Lin Meng, here, what's going on with this Qinglong? Seeing that there was no trace of resistance, Kuina consciously tied herself to the Qinglong in front of the eternity, and asked in shock. Although she defeated Qinglong Kaido. But Kuina knows, unless kill him. Otherwise, it would be very difficult to subdue a strong person of this level. But now, she actually saw Qinglong Kaido obediently fasten the iron chain around her dragon's neck. This scene shocked her so much. Lin Meng smiled and said, "Haha, this is the effect of a very dangerous secret technique I created. It's too dangerous, so I won't teach you. Without such strength as Lin Meng, and a large amount of information stored in the soul library, if you study the radiation transformation technique indiscriminately, it is very likely that you will turn yourself into a fool. So that's how it is. Kuina nods. But even if he knew the reason from Lin Meng. But when she saw Qinglong Kaido's obedience, the shock in her heart could not disappear for a long time. Oni-chan, we're back. This time, Nyokijao and I found a lot of treasures in Bailey. At this time, Nami and Nyokijao walked out of the largest casino in Yodi City, Rain Banquet, each carrying a huge package in both hands. The parcel was full of gold treasures and Pelais. After seeing Lin Meng, Nami said excitedly with a small face. Really? Lin Meng smiled and said, then Nami, I will keep the money for you. Lin Meng doesn't have much need for money these days. Ordinary treasures could not attract his attention. But since Nami loves money so much, let her handle money matters. That's great, Oni-chan. Nami jumped happily on the spot. Then she ran over excitedly and kissed Lin Meng on the face. After that, Nami pushed Nyokijao and returned to the eternity with 4 bags of treasure. Wow, Oni-chan, why is this green dragon tied to the bow? Nami was surprised. Nami didn't expect that this rebellious green dragon would become so submissive now. And after being tied to the bow, it was very quiet, so that she didn't notice that Qinglong was tied to the bow until she boarded the boat. Haha, Nami, aren't you scared? This green dragon will be responsible for pulling the eternity to sail in the future. Nami, you are the navigator of the eternity, and you can also directly command this blue dragon in the future. Lin Meng said with a smile. Wow, Qinglong pulls the boat, Thai pants are spicy. Nami's eyes lit up, and then she looked at Lin Meng and said adoringly, Oni-chan, you are amazing. Not only Nami, Nyokijao, but also the mate of the 7 swords on board looked at Lin Meng with admiration. After all, Qinglong pulls the boat, which is completely beyond their imagination. No one even thought about it in this direction at all. Even if someone can think of it, they can't realize it. And Lin Meng not only thought of it, but also realized the Qinglong pull boat. It's only one dragon. When all 9 dragons are gathered to pull the boat together, the style will be really cool. Noticing the adoring gazes of the women on board, Lin Meng smiled and waved his hands. Is it really possible to pull a boat from 9 dragons? Nami murmured. 9 are too many, this green dragon is Kaido of the beasts and 4 emperors. It's even more special and rare phantom beast species with the ability to possess the green dragon fruit. The whole world can't find 2 or 3 such green dragons, right? Kuina whispered. Snapped. Lin Meng patted Kuina on the shoulder, pretending to be slightly disappointed, and said, Kuina, how can you not believe me? Lin Meng, I have always believed in you. Kuina blushed, panicked and explained, I'm just a little shocked to hear that you are going to gather all 9 dragons. Haha, I know, I'm just teasing you. Lin Meng said with a smile, and then continued, however, what you said is also true. There should be no second green dragon like Kaido, but we can make it ourselves. Make it yourself. Kuina was shocked, can dragons be made too? Of course. Lin Meng affirmed, and then pulled Kuina, get on the boat first, let's talk after we get out of here. Taking Kuina aboard the Eternity, Lin Meng added levitation to the Eternity, and then ordered Qinglong Kaido to pull the boat. Immediately, Qinglong Kaido pulled the floating Eternity, left Rainland City, and flew into the sky. The scene of Qinglong pulling the boat was also seen by countless people in Yodi City. These people were shocked to see the shocking scene of the blue dragon pulling the boat in the sky, unable to regain their senses for a long time. Ha, finally gone. Is this the aura of the Pathfinder? It's too scary. However, they didn't find me. It seems that even Lin Meng, the pioneer of the way, can't discover my hidden ability, haha. The photo of the pioneer Lin Meng, the 4 emperors Kaido was defeated and became a drag boat, and the 7 warlords of the sea sand crocodile was also defeated. These are big news. President Morgans must give me a raise this time. The king of photography who was hiding in the dark talked excitedly to himself as he watched a group of photos taken with a camera phone bug. He is the photo king of Morgans, the World Economic News Agency. I just came to the rainy place for vacation today, and I didn't expect to find such a shocking news. Remember to post that most handsome picture, or I'll pluck Morgan's feathers. Just when the photographer king was extremely excited, Lin Meng's voice rang in his ears. Immediately, the just excited photo shoot king was frightened and terrified. On the Eternity, Lin Meng smiled. Of course he knew that there were many people around him secretly watching him. As long as he doesn't have malice towards him like the sand crocodile, Lin Meng doesn't bother to talk to him at all. Sitting cross-legged on the deck of the Eternity, Lin Meng thought for a while, thinking in his heart, the dragon transformation technique should be completed. As for how to make a dragon, with Qinglong Kaido as a reference, Lin Meng has perfected the idea in his mind with the addition of the Dharma aspect heaven and earth Qinglong he had comprehended before. You deeply analyze the body and blood of Qinglong Kaido, understand your own Qinglong's appearance, and your thoughts about transforming dragons. You have an epiphany, and you understand the art of transforming dragons. Dragon transformation technique, through some dragon attribute materials, other creatures can be attuned to transform them into dragons. The degree of dragon transformation is determined by the resources invested. Chapter 49. Dragon Transformation. This is the method that Lin Meng comprehended and created to create a dragon. With the dragon transformation technique, the 9 dragons pulling boats envisioned by Lin Meng will become possible. Dragon attribute material. Lin Meng looked at the front of the eternity, the green dragon Kaido who was pulling the eternity forward. With a flash of his figure, he came to the back of the blue dragon Kaido and said, Kaido, I need some of your blood essence. Okay, master. Kaido's voice was still a little dazed. Then, Qinglong spit out a ball of pure blood from his mouth. After Lin Meng saw the ball of blood essence spit out from Qinglong's mouth, with the thought, the ball of blood essence appeared and floated above his palm. With the blood essence of the green dragon Kaido, there will also be materials for the attunement of the dragon transformation technique. Lin Meng thought. Kaido's Yuya fruit, phantom beast species, and devil fruit in the form of a blue dragon have reached the awakening level. The power of the green dragon fruit has long penetrated into the flesh and blood cells of Kaido's body. Therefore, the blood essence of Qinglong Kaido is very good and can be used as an attunement material for the dragon transformation technique. With the blood essence floating in his hands, Lin Meng returned to the deck of eternity. At this moment, he was thinking in his heart, how to use this ball of green dragon essence and blood to transform into the divine dragon he wanted. Dragon transformation is very powerful. No matter what kind of creature, as long as enough resources are invested, it can be turned into a dragon. Of course, the biomorphic dragon is just the beginning, and it is not that simple to achieve the current strength of Qinglong Kaido. It is also impossible for Lin Meng to devote more resources to this strength that he despises. The next 8 dragons actually don't need the strength of the Qinglong Kaido, they just need to have the body shape of the Shenlong. Lin Meng thought in his heart, these Kung Fu manatees may be a good carrier for enlightenment. At this time, Qinglong Kaido is pulling the eternity and is about to leave Alabasta. On the coast of Alabasta, a group of Kung Fu manatees live here. Lin Meng looked at these Kung Fu manatees, his eyes flickered, and he made a decision. With his knowledge, he scanned the group of Kung Fu manatees, selected 8 Kung Fu manatees with outstanding racial talents, and brought them directly to the electrodes of the Eternal. Oni-chan, are these 8 manatees? Nami looked at the Kung Fu manatee that appeared on the eternity, and asked curiously. Although she has seen pictures of similar creatures in books, this is the first time she has seen this kind of Kung Fu manatee. This is the Kung Fu manatee, a creature unique to Alabasta. Lin Meng said. Lin Meng, what is the quality of these Kung Fu 723 manatees? I think they might be able to make a delicacy. Nyoki-jo glanced up and down at Kung Fu manatee, thinking about how to use the knife. Looking at Nyoki-jo, who was holding a kitchen knife, and the 8 shivering Kung Fu manatees, Lin Meng reminded with a smile, haha, these Kung Fu manatees are not edible for the time being. They are the carrier for me to make dragons next. Then Lin Meng thought again, however, in the future, maybe we can make some meat dragons that can be eaten, and then Nyoki-jo will rely on you. Hey? Meat dragon. Nyoki-jo was a little dazed at first, but when he realized it, his eyes lit up and said, okay, leave Lin Meng to me, and I will make a dragon meat feast for you then. Kuina glanced at the Kung Fu manatees, with doubts in her eyes, these 8 Kung Fu manatees have nothing to do with dragons. How on earth would Lin Meng create the Shenlong? Of course Kuina has full confidence in Lin Meng. But I was still very curious about how Lin Meng would make these Kung Fu manatees into dragons. Lin Meng looked at the girls on the Eternal with a smile, and with a thought, he divided the blood of the green dragon in his hand into 8 parts. Then, under Lin Meng's control, the 8 parts of Qinglong blood essence were shot into the bodies of the 8 Kung Fu manatees. At the same time, Lin Meng used the dragon transformation technique on the 8 Kung Fu manatees for attunement. Immediately, the bodies of the 8 Kung Fu manatees underwent tremendous changes. The original manatee body gradually solidified and became an old external shell. And inside the old shell of the manatee body, a brand new Shenlong Mo-like body is being conceived, like a newborn. Shedding the old shell, gaining new life. Lin Meng sensed the newborn dragon that was being bred in the manatee's old shell, and he realized something in his heart. Immediately, in the soul library in his mind, various information books related to transformation were automatically flipped through and looked up by his thoughts. You have observed the process of manatees transforming into dragons, combined with various information related to transformation, you have an epiphany, and you have realized the power of rebirth. Body rejuvenation skill, after practicing, it can be like returning to the mother's womb, using the original body as the basis to give birth to a stronger innate body and innate bones. Give birth to a new body, reborn. That's a little bit more powerful. Lin Meng was thoughtful. After all, a person's talent is determined from the birth of the mother's womb, and it is innate. It will be very difficult to change the root of talent the day after tomorrow. But now, through rebirth, a new body can be conceived again, and the root bone of talent will also undergo transformation, and the acquired will turn against the innate. In Lin Meng's view, this is very powerful. He didn't expect that just wanting to pull the boat in 9 dragons, a random move to improve his style, made him realize the skill of reborn. Lin Meng thought for a while, and realized something. If when he breaks through to the second rank state, he uses the rebirth skill together to transform, he will obtain unimaginable benefits. This is a premonition that occasionally appears during practice. Reborn, just like returning to the mother's womb. When I was reborn in this life, when I was in the mother's womb, because I hadn't awakened Suhui, I was in a blank space. It seems that I should have missed a lot. Lin Meng deduced it in his heart and realized something. It seems that the breakthrough in the realm of the second transformation of the 9-turn longevity method is not only a breakthrough in realm strength, but I also have to go through a process similar to mother womb gestation through rebirth, and get back what I have missed. Lin Meng thought, and at the same time, he also paid more attention to the upcoming preaching world in his heart. Because this is related to whether he can successfully accumulate enough original energy to break through the second rank realm. Lin Meng, what happened to these Kung Fu manatees? Nami looked at the Kung Fu manatee who was being reborn after being enlightened by the dragon transformation technique, and asked curiously. The Kung Fu manatee at this moment is like a statue, the outer body of the manatee has hardened and become a hard old shell. And inside, their new dragon bodies are being conceived. They're turning into dragons. Lin Meng regained consciousness from his thoughts, and said with a smile, it should take 2 or 3 days before they can succeed in transforming dragons. Is this the Hualong? It's amazing. Nami stared at her big round eyes and asked curiously. Both Kuina and Yokijao looked curiously at the statue-like 8 Kung Fu manatees, looking forward to their transformation into dragons. And at this moment, World Economic News Service. Big news. Big news first-hand. This will be big news that will shake the sea. Morgans looked excitedly at the photos sent back by the photographer. This is the appearance of the pioneer Lin Meng. Just from the photos, you can feel the strong sense of oppression. In the photo, the appearance of the 4 emperors Kaido submitting to Lin Meng, and the indifferent expression of the pioneer Lin Meng, the contrast makes the picture too strong. Sure enough, he is worthy of being a strong man who wants to preach to the world. His courage is too strong, too Haki. Morgans looked at the photo of Lin Meng specially selected by the photographer, and said excitedly. Before that, when people all over the world heard Lin Meng's greeting, they only knew his name and the big things he was about to preach to the world. The strong admire Lin Meng's grandeur, the underdogs look forward to and appreciate Lin Meng's equal treatment. But other than that, most people don't know anything about Lin Meng, who suddenly appeared. After all, Lin Meng, the one who opened the way, is not a pirate, he doesn't have any reward orders, and he is not a strong marine, so he is well known. And from what he is about to do to preach to the world, it can be seen that he is not a revolutionary army or other underground forces. He seems to have been unknown, and then suddenly popped up. Therefore, many people are very curious about the pioneer Lin Meng. Now, Morgans has obtained photos of Lin Meng's appearance, which is the first time Lin Meng's appearance has appeared. In fact, if Lin Meng didn't want to, the photographer king would not be able to take pictures of his appearance at all. However, because he is about to preach to the world, Lin Meng intends to let the world get acquainted with him first, so the photographer can successfully take pictures of Lin Meng's appearance. And because Jab was frightened by Lin Meng's voice before, the photographer specially selected the photos he took that best reflected Lin Meng's courage and sense of oppression. Morgans recovered from Lin Meng's photo, and continued to look at other photo messages sent by the photographer. Kaido lost to the girl sword master under Lin Meng who opened the way. Kaido surrendered and volunteered to be a boatman for the pioneer Lin Meng. Shishibukai sand crocodile, devil fruit was deprived by Lin Meng who opened the way. Wow, it's too scary that Lin Meng, the pathfinder, has this ability. Morgans was terrified, he was also a birdman who ate the bird fruit, so he was terrified when he saw that Lin Meng was able to deprive the devil fruit. Phew, Lin Meng, the pathfinder, is a man of great courage. As long as I don't talk nonsense and provoke him, I shouldn't be deprived of my devil fruit. This newsletter, I wrote it myself. Morgans exhaled in shock. He decided that in the future, he must personally review any news related to Lin Meng, the founder of the Tao, and he must not provoke Lin Meng, the founder of the Tao. For demon fruit power, Lin Meng, who can deprive his devil fruit ability, is really scary. It took less than half a day. Morgans wrote the newsletter, which was full of Lin Meng's praise and admiration. Afterwards, countless newsbirds took this news and flew to the whole world. After writing the newsletter, Morgans sent the newsletter specifically to the world government and naval headquarters. Not long. Sanctuary Marie Joyce, Pangu City, among the powers. The highest power in the world government, the 5 elders gathered together again. Have you read the news from Morgans? Said 5 elders, representing Jupiter. Kaido actually lost. Jin Xing said, holding the first generation geisha in his hand. Lin Meng looks so young, how on earth did he manage to break through the limit? Mars with a mustache looked at Lin Meng's appearance in the photo and said in disbelief. 5 elders didn't expect Lin Meng to be so young, he looked like a young man in his 20s. Originally, the 5 elders thought that the pioneer Lin Meng had been hiding and was alive quite a time-old monster. Maybe there is some secret method that keeps him young. Mercury with a W beard said. Maybe, but it doesn't rule out that his real age is so young. Next, how should we deal with it? Saturn asked. The news and photos do not reveal Lin Meng's specific strength, and the plan remains unchanged. Let naval headquarters test it out. As long as they can test out Lin Meng's strength, they will sacrifice Marine. Also acceptable. Said Jupiter. Well, the Knights of God should also be ready. Jin Xing said, also, the scapegoat plan should also be prepared simultaneously. In case the pioneer Lin Meng's strength exceeds our estimate, there must be a scapegoat to appease his anger. That's right, both hands must be ready. The other 5 elders nodded one after another. Marine here. Get this newsletter message from Morgans. Less than an hour. Naval headquarters, all vice admiral and the above generals have fully understood the information in this newsletter. That monster Kaido was defeated, and became the dragon that opened the way for Lin Meng. That was the 4 emperors Kaido of the beasts, and they were defeated by a young swordsman, and it wasn't the deist Lin Meng himself. Can our marine really defeat such an existence? Compared to the low-level marines who are blindly confident in the strength of Marine Admiral, these naval headquarters vice admiral and admiral themselves attach great importance to Lin Meng. It's terrible, Lin Meng, the pathfinder, can actually deprive the devil fruit of the capable person. In Admiral's office, Kizaru is really scared right now. He didn't want his sparkling fruit to be deprived. At this moment, Kizaru already had the idea of running away if he couldn't beat him. Both Marine and Marshal are very clear about the plan of 5 elders, the highest power in the world government, to sacrifice Marine to test Lin Meng's strength. Even many keen Marine vice admirals can spot it. Therefore, there are quite a few people who think like Kizaru. After all, Admiral's salary is only so much, and he knows that he might not be able to beat Lin Meng, the pioneer, but he must go up and fight to the death. That is a fool. Aokiji thought so too. After all, neither the world government nor the naval headquarters has issued a reward order for Lin Meng, the pioneer. In other words, Lin Meng, the pathfinder, is neither a bounty hunter nor a pirate. Their marine job is to catch pirates. The pathfinder Lin Meng is not a pirate, so there is no point in fighting him. Akainu's heart is also entangled in this. No matter how tough he is, it is useless to face a strong man who cannot resist. Alas, 5 elders, I can't be blamed this time. In the marshal's office, Marshal Sengoku sighed quietly. He was ready to surrender. Garp stayed in Marshal Sengoku's office eating senbei and said with a smile, "Haha, Sengoku, as long as our marine's highest combat power is not lost, the 5 elders will not take it after the incident is over. How about us? I am familiar with this." 3 days later. Being pulled by the blue dragon, sailing on the eternity in the sky of the Grand Line. Lin Meng looked at the 8 statue-like Kung Fu manatees, his eyes flickered and said, "It's about to break out of its shell." "Oni-chan, is the dragon coming out?" Nami squatted beside Lin Meng and looked at each other, looking forward. "Well, that's right." Lin Meng nodded. Kuina looked at Lin Meng adoringly. He really created a dragon. I don't know what the taste of dragon meat will be. Nyokijo thought in his heart. Just as the women on the eternity were waiting. Roar ate the shells of the statue like 8 Kung Fu manatees shattered. 8 dragons of different colors and similar to the blue dragon Kaido flew out of the cracked Kung Fu manatee statue. Wow, the Kung Fu manatee has really turned into a dragon. Nami looked at the 8 dragons flying in the sky in shock. Even if he can make a dragon, Lin Meng is really omnipotent. Kuina thought. Haha, Zholong pulls the boat, this can show my style as a pioneer. Chapter 49, Part 3. Lin Meng smiled happily. Chapter 50. Roar the 8 newly born dragons roared happily in the sky. Afterwards, he landed on the eternity very obediently, and looked at Lin Meng respectfully. Although they have transformed into dragons now, the memory of Kung Fu manatee is still there. And these 8 divine dragons are very clear that they can have the good fortune of changing into dragons today, all because of this person in front of them. Therefore, facing Lin Meng, the 8 dragons were very respectful and obedient. As soon as he transforms into a dragon, he has the strength to destroy a city, not bad. Lin Meng looked at the 8 dragons respectfully surrendering in front of him, felt their general strength, and nodded in satisfaction. You pull the boat for me, and I won't treat you badly. Haki martial arts is practiced first. With your current talent and aptitude, it is not impossible to break through the limit in the future. Looking at the 8 dragons, Lin Meng said calmly, and at the same time passed the Haki martial arts to them. The intelligent creatures in the pirate world can all practice Haki martial arts. Afterwards, Lin Meng took out the 8 chains that had already been forged, and handed them to the 8 dragons. The 8 dragons obediently put their dragon heads in the iron chains, and then flew to the 2 sides of the green dragon Kaido. Qinglong Kaido is the main dragon pulling the boat, and on his left and right sides, there are 4 dragons on each side. Kowloon pulling the boat, fully formed. Lin Meng watched this scene with satisfaction. Only such a ship is worthy of his status as a pioneer. Wow, that's amazing. Nami excitedly looked at the 9 dragons pulling the boat in front of the eternity, his eyes sparkled with excitement. As the navigator of the eternity, she will often command the 9 dragons in the future. Thinking of this, Nami's small body trembled with excitement. After all, this is a divine dragon, and it is still a 9 divine dragon. Haha, Nami, after 857, the voyage of the eternal, and the command of the 9 dragons, I leave it to you. Lin Meng smiled and touched Nami's little orange head, and said. Well, leave it to me. Nami blushed excitedly. There are 3 more days. There's still enough time. After finishing pulling the boat in Kowloon, Lin Meng calculated the time, and there were only 3 days left before the 1 week he said before. With the current speed of eternity, it takes less than half a day to sail to the location of Naval Headquarters Marine Ford. So, for Lin Meng, there is still plenty of time. So, with the thought, Lin Meng controlled the eternity to descend from the sky to the sea below. 9 dragons also fell into the sea from the air, pulling the eternity forward. When the eternity fell to the surface of the sea, Lin Meng sat on a chair on the deck and with a wave of his hand, the old Kung Fu manatee shells left after the 8 dragons on the deck broke their shells were swept into the sea. At the same time, he used the technique of transforming dragons, using the dragon energy left in the old Kung Fu manatee shells as a guide, to enlighten various sea fish in the nearby sea area in large quantities. Immediately, a large number of arowanas of various forms appeared near the sea area where the eternity was located. Some of these dragonfish have dragon whiskers, some have dragon scales, some have dragon claws, some have dragon. After completing the dragonfish attunement, Lin Meng commanded the maids of 7 swords to go to the sea to catch some dragonfish. Made of 7 swords quickly caught a large number of dragonfish from the sea. Nyokijeo, you will cook a dragonfish feast later. Lin Meng said to Nyokijeo. These fish are. Nyokijeo looked at the dragonfish caught on the deck of eternity in surprise. This is arowana, the taste should be more delicious than ordinary sea fish. Lin Meng said with a smile. Arowana. Nyokijeo nodded, knowing that Lin Meng made these arowanas again. She didn't ask too much, and after communicating with Maid 7 Swords for a while, she brought these arowanas into the kitchen, preparing to make an arowana feast. 2. The Eternal was thousands of meters away on the sea. It turned out that there was a cake-shaped pirate ship sailing. But now, because of the appearance of eternity, this pirate group is running away desperately. This is a pirate ship sent by Big Mom from Wangguo, Cake Island. The leader on the pirate ship is Charlotte Katakuri, one of the 3 desert generals of the Big Mom pirate ship. Originally, they were sent out by Big Mom to find out what happened to East Blue. But not now. Because they also heard the voice of Lin Meng who opened the way 4 days ago. It is natural to understand that what they originally investigated was related to Lin Meng, the pioneer. Originally, Katakuri also wanted to find and meet Lin Meng, and even wanted to test his strength. But not long ago, after getting the latest news from the flying news bird, Katakuri no longer had the idea of testing Lin Meng's strength. Quick, get out of here immediately. Katakuri shouted to the helmsman on board. Then he carefully looked at the direction of the Eternal in the distance. That's Lin Meng's boat, that's Kaido, and Kaido is actually pulling his boat. Looking at the Shenlong pulling the boat in front of the Eternity, recalling what he saw in the news not long ago, Katakuri was horrified. Kaido is the pirate emperor on the same level as his mother and aunt. As a child of the ant, I have a deep understanding of the terrifying strength of the ant. Therefore, Katakuri was extremely shocked when he saw Kaido transforming into a green dragon and pulling a boat for the pioneer Lin Meng. 9 dragons, besides Kaido, why are there 8 more dragons? Katakuri looked at the other 8 dragons pulling the boat together with Xinglong Kaido in amazement, wondering if his brain couldn't react. Is this Lin Meng, the pioneer? It's really unfathomable. He couldn't figure it out, and in the end Katakuri could only sigh in shock. Lin Meng has already noticed the pirate ship not far away from Katakuri. However, as long as they don't bother him, he is not interested in talking to them. At this moment, Lin Meng was holding a copy of the newspaper sent by Newsbird respectfully. This Morgans, licked too much, too stinky. After glancing at the newspaper, Lin Meng smiled speechlessly. This newspaper, in reporting the incident related to Lin Meng not long ago, but in the words of the whole report, there are all kinds of fancy praises and praises for Lin Meng. It made Lin Meng himself feel a little too disgusting when he saw this piece of news. You tell Morgans when you go back, and ask him to wait for me at Shuki's bar, Tree 13, Sabayati Archipelago, in 2 days. Lin Meng put down the newspaper, looked at the newsbird standing on the side of the boat and said. According to past life memories, Lin Meng knew that Sabayati Archipelago, Shuki, the owner of Shuki Bar, was an intelligence officer, and he had many channels for collecting intelligence. And Morgans, who holds the World Economic News Agency, is himself one of the emperors of the underground world, and can also inquire about information from all over the world. Lin Meng intends to use these 2 to help him find time fruit and other kinds of devil fruit related to time or space. This will be what he needs to do after preaching to the world. The time fruit was eaten by Kojiki Shi, and now Kojiki died early, the time fruit should appear somewhere in the world. Lin Meng thought, and then sighed softly, the door fruit is a space fruit, but it's a pity that Liu Qi and his CP9 haven't been lurking in the capital of 7 waters yet. The day before yesterday, the Eternal flew over the capital of 7 waters. Lin Meng specially scanned the capital of 7 waters with his knowledge and color perception, but unfortunately he couldn't find CP9's Bluno. Both the Morgans and the Shuki are human beings, and there needs to be a way to control them. Lin Meng thought about it, and flipped through the soul library in his mind, and the information about the contract appeared. These are the contract knowledge he obtained from the analysis of the contract fruit. You recall the knowledge about the contract, think about the control method, you have some insights, you have comprehended the enslavement contract branding technique. Slavery contract branding technique, use mental power to condense the slavery contract branding, and those who are branded into the slavery contract will sign a slavery contract and be enslaved by you. With the slave contract, it should be fine. Lin Meng whispered. Wow, at this time, after listening to Lin Meng's instructions, Newsbird nodded respectfully. Afterwards, the Newsbird ate some food that Nami handed over, and after replenishing its strength, it spread its wings and flew to the sky. Oni-chan, are we going to the Sabayati archipelago? Nami, who finished feeding the bird, looked at Lin Meng and asked. Lin Meng nodded, well, before going to Marineford, let's go to Sabayati archipelago first. Then, can we go to the island to play? I read in the book that there are bubble cars, bubble Ferris wheels, playgrounds and various shopping malls on Sabayati archipelago. When it comes to shopping, Nami's eyes light up. Nyokijeo, who was listening, also showed interest on his face. Kuina nodded, she felt that she really should buy some more beautiful clothes, and at the same time, she also needed to buy some clothes that Lin Meng was wearing. Okay, when you get to Sabayati archipelago, you can go to the island and have fun. Lin Meng smiled at Kaide, then glanced at the Maid of the 7 Swords, and said, you can also go shopping. Great, Oni-chan is the best. Nami said excitedly. Kuina and Nyokijeo also smiled, thinking about what to buy when they arrive on the island. Maid of Seven Swords was also very happy when she heard Lin Meng's words. And with the news that Morgans wrote for Lin Meng, under the leadership of Newsbird, it gradually spread to all over the world. It caused an uproar among the major forces of all parties. Wano Kuni, the island of ghosts, where the beast's pirate's lair is located. 100, the boss of the beasts has been defeated. How come? That is the invincible Kaido-sama. Master Kaido is actually pulling a boat for the pioneer Lin Meng, so what about us beasts pirates? The pirates of beasts pirates are terrified. Master Kaido, how come? I do not believe. Yan Calamity looked at the newspaper in his hand, his eyes shrunk, he couldn't believe it, and a ball of flames burned the newspaper up in an instant. He spread his flaming wings and flew straight into the sky, he had to see for himself. Hey, Kaido has fallen into the hands of the pioneer Lin Meng, so let me, Quinn, lead the beasts pirates. Plague Quinn, dragging his obese body, was dancing in front of his younger brother. After learning that Kaido became Lin Meng's dragging dragon, he said excitedly. No. All the little pirates quickly objected. Haha, there will be a day to mess with Dad. On the island of ghosts, hiding in the dark, with long gradient white hair, a pair of red devil horns on the top of the head, and a ponytail at the back of the head, Kaido's daughter Yamato gloated. The BD father is now pulling the boat for the pioneer Lin Meng, if I can join them, is it equivalent to did the BD dad pull the boat for me? Yamato looked at the picture of Qinglong Kaido pulling the boat in the stolen news, and couldn't help but imagine it in his mind, and the corner of his mouth immediately became happy. Wangguo, Cake Island, Big Mom Pirates. What the FK is Kaido doing? Is the green dragon fruit that my mother gave him meant for him to pull boats for others? Aunt Linlin, looking at the picture of Kaido pulling a boat in the form of a dragon in the newspaper, said angrily. But although she was very angry, Big Mom didn't have any idea of revenge for Kaido. Because she is very aware of Kaido's strength and his rebellious character. Being able to tame Kaido and let him use the blue dragon fruit form to pull a boat is not something that ordinary strong people can do. Mama. Sparrow gathered his men and went to take over Kaido's territory. Aunt said with a laugh. Not only will she not help Kaido, but Big Mom seizes the opportunity and prepares to annex Kaido's forces. White whale on the pirate ship. Whitebeard looked at the newspaper and narrowed his eyes slightly. Goo la la la, that kid Kaido, this time he kicked the iron board. Is there 3 more days? Whitebeard recalled, and then sighed softly, this world is going to change, Roger, your era of big pirates, and the pursuit of big secret treasures, can it continue? Blackbeard Teach, who has not revealed his true nature, smiled Hanin, this is the Haki that the strong should have, thief hahaha red hair pirates, on a pirate ship. Ben Beckman smoked a cigarette and said happily, Kaido ended up like this, Shanks, fortunately we escaped in time. Shanks nodded and said, that's right, the deist Lin Meng is too strong, no matter whether his attitude is good or evil, it is unbearable for us. 3 more days. Ben Bei 2.0 Kerman whispered. Yeah, 3 days, a new era is coming. The red-haired Shanks murmured as he went back to his mind, Captain Roger, this is going to be a new era that you can never imagine, what would you think if you were still alive? The Megatron 4 Emperors Kaido turned out to be reduced to pulling a boat for the pioneer Lin Meng. With the news of this incident, it spread all over the world and shocked all parties. At the same time, various forces and powerful people gradually began to pay attention to the 3 days later, Pathfinder Lin Meng will be preaching world events in Marineford. Countless forces and powerful people all believe that this will be the beginning of a new era. In the blink of an eye, another 2 days have passed. At an altitude of 10,000 meters in the Sabayati archipelago, 9 dragons are pulling the eternity and it is stopping in the air. Lin Meng plans to wait until tomorrow, when he lands in Marineford, to show the shocking scene of Kowloon pulling the boat to the whole world through astronomical projection. Therefore, let the 9 dragons and the eternal stay in the air of the Sabayati archipelago for the time being today. Through the flying technique, Lin Meng came to the Sabayati archipelago with the 3 daughters of Kuina and the Maiden of 7 Swords. Lin Meng said with a smile, Nami, you guys go to the island to play. Then he said to the Maid of 7 Swords, you guys also go shopping on the island and relax. Oh Ni-chan, let's go first. Nami happily took out a travel guide and took Kuina and Yokijao away. The Maid of 7 Swords responded respectfully, and happily went to the island together to play. Looking at the happy backs of the girls, Lin Meng smiled, and then his figure flashed and appeared in front of Shuki's rip-off bar on the 13th tree.